Here we go. Good afternoon.
Or good morning if you're in Wisconsin.
It's time. It is time for the Badgers to play the Crimson Tide at Camp Randall Stadium in beautiful Madison, Wisconsin.
As a former University of Wisconsin pregame football radio show host, I've been to these games. I've attended these games. I've covered these games, Anthony. And I've had a chance to see and feel what this kind of atmosphere is like. This could be off the charts.
Yes.
And the pregame will be off the charts for this contest. Whether the rest of the game is, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, it is a sea of white with some red stripes in between in Madison as the Badgers take the field for as you said, the biggest game played in this stadium in over a decade.
In 14 years, since the number one ranked Ohio State Buckeyes in October of 2010 played the Wisconsin Badgers in a contest that essentially decided the Big Ten championship. It was the last year before they had the Big Ten championship game. And it was incredibly electric. It was prime time. There's been a history of upsets of top teams coming into Madison because of the atmosphere of Camp Randall. I'd love to see that today as a Wisconsin Badger fan. I'm not seeing that happening today, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But let's just see what happens. Let's enjoy this. Let's enjoy the fact that one of the most prominent programs in the history of college football is coming into arguably the most electric atmosphere in college football. I wish this was prime time.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're here.
Exactly.
Let's enjoy it, Anthony.
The student section is not full yet because, well, there's some morning drinking in Madison.
There's always morning drinking in Madison. They start tailgating at like 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And, but I would expect those seats to be getting filled pretty quickly.
If the game is a blowout early, I actually don't know if the student section will be filled.
Maybe.
Then that would be ridiculously disappointing.
Yeah.
This game should be at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central on primetime television, because then you would get the full atmosphere of what Camp Randall is like. There are very few teams that go into Camp Randall and win in prime time. But this Alabama squad is ridiculous. They're not as good as some of the great Nick Saban teams.
They don't have Nick Saban.
But compared to Wisconsin, which right now is rebuilding, I don't see Wisconsin coming within 2 scores.
Yeah. Yeah. Wisconsin is obviously a kind of guaranteed bowl team every year.
Yeah.
But in the big games, you don't really ever want to expect too much to happen.
And I think with this Wisconsin program right now, and you're going to see this as a theme today, they are reformulating what they're about in terms of offensive philosophy.
Yeah.
And that's because the head coach they brought in, Luke Fickell, has been part of national championship teams before as an offensive coordinator. He knows that to win in college football, to win the national title, you got to be able to throw the football.
Yep.
You got to be able to make big plays in the passing game. The last time Wisconsin made big plays in the passing game as a regular diet in their pass offense was 1962.
Mm-hmm.
It's Berry ball. It's ground and pound. 3 yards in a cloud of dust or turf, as they have at Camp Randall Stadium. That doesn't win natties. That sometimes wins Big Ten championships. It doesn't win at all.
For sure. As we see, Kalen DeBoer, he came from Washington, where he took the Huskies last year to the national championship game, obviously losing to Michigan. But I think from the get-go, he was the guy that was kind of like, yeah, he's going to be the one to go to Bama. In my mind, he was, just because of the success he's had at Washington and so far at Bama. Mm-hmm. Although the start of the South Florida game last week was shaky, he has proven to be a pretty good head coach.
Absolutely perfect day in Madison, or near perfect. 75 degrees. It's a little bit muggy, 68% humidity, but it is a beautiful sunny day. It is the type of day you dream of for September afternoon college football. And let's also make a little bit of a note. This is a bit of a program note. We got 2 streams coming today.
Yes, we do.
This is just the first of them.
Later this afternoon, West Virginia Pitt. That's why I've got my WVU hat on.
I'll be changing into my WVU shirt.
It's going to be a fun game there.
The favorite school of your mommy, hence why
Yes.
you are a lover of 2 college football teams.
Got my jump around tee on, obviously.
Excellent. Excellent. And I have my sort of illegal but yet legal Wisconsin Nike t-shirt. They've never had a contract with Nike, but there is no rule against putting a state's name on your t-shirts.
That's what Nike did.
Yeah, they just got away with it because
Smart.
legally they can't.
Yeah, that's extremely smart by them.
So Wisconsin is getting the first half kickoff. They'll be moving the football from north to south on your radio dial, as we like to say in the radio world. The kickoff headed towards the student section won't reach the end zone.
Go.
All right.
Go.
A couple broken tackles.
To the 25.
25.
We take that.
Okay. That's all right.
I like getting the ball to start. You need to set the tone
Yeah.
if you're the Badgers. Like, I'm okay risking not getting it to start in the second half if you can guarantee that you can set the tone early.
Here's my thought on the first series. You know Alabama's the type of team that is going to try and push the tempo of the game to what they want. They're the type of team that can overwhelm you. It is absolutely okay not to establish the run of the pass early.
Yeah,
It is okay to establish a big lead early.
exactly.
I do not mind if they decide to go after a big play at some point, but
They start
That
off with
wasn't
check down.
yeah,
Check down, lose 1 or 2 yards.
it was got checked down by a great Bama defense.
Yeah.
We'll be watching the live feed coming over the air on the Fox broadcast, so there may be some air interruptions, but you'll be getting updates faster than a lot of TV signals. So I just
Yeah.
want to warn you in advance.
I think you got to air it out. Either
Yep.
here or on third down. Just air it out and see what you can get. They're
That's
going
what
to
they're doing.
pass.
Easy throw. Was that complete? Yes, it
Yes,
was.
it was. Okay, first down Badgers. That goes to Will Pauling.
Behind the receiver a little bit. If he had let him a little bit more on the throw, that could have maybe gained another 10, 15 yards, but it's a first down.
Yeah.
But those are the little things that Wisconsin has to do better if they expect to win a game like this.
Exactly.
It's where a throw is placed, not just within the vicinity of the receiver, but within that 6-inch spot.
Yep.
I'm going to go fix the TV signal here.
Okay. So it is 1st and 10 Badgers in their own territory. It seems like, did they get another first down? I can't tell as the feed is going a little bit in and out
Good
on
wire.
us here, which I
Trying to fix it.
apologize for. Just give
Trying to
us
fix it.
1 second. Jackson Johnson in the chat. What is up? Happy Saturday and good luck to the Crimson Tide.
Trying different things here. Thanks for your patience. There we go.
Okay, there we go. The Badgers look to have gotten another first down. So here, 13 minutes left in the first quarter. They
Okay.
went to Ches Malusi, the running back, former Clemson player, transferred to Madison 2 years ago.
I wonder if Wisconsin is trying to limit the number of possessions Alabama gets because they have such an explosive offense as well.
Yeah. I would think. I can't tell if this is going to be a run or a pass.
Yeah, because you have option RPO out of this type of formation too.
Yeah, they're going to
But they're throwing it, check down
check
again.
down to Malusi.
You're not going to get a lot of check downs because Alabama's pursuit is just
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think that's the best move there.
I mean, I could see it maybe to help get the passing game in a little bit of rhythm. That way you can feel more confident with downfield throws.
Yeah.
But, yeah, if you're Wisconsin, you got to hit some big plays, and the kind of big plays that you usually don't think of when you think of Wisconsin football.
Yep. But here they're at their own 46.5 yard line about. Looking to get across the 50 here on 2nd and 10.
Come on, Pete. Okay, there you go.
Go.
Short gain,
That's a 4 yard.
4 yard gain to Pauling.
We take that, right?
I mean, you'd like more yardage because now it's 3rd and 7 instead of maybe 3rd and 3 or 4, but that's okay.
Exactly. Yeah, that the screen stuff just is not going to work against the Tide.
I mean, I hate saying that you got to take chances in a game like this,
Let me try.
but you got to take chances in a game like this.
Yeah,
If
third
you
and
want to
7
beat them.
at midfield.
Okay. And thankfully, they're delaying the game so that we can get a little bit of our feedback here. All right. Got to get 7 for first.
Pressure's coming.
Good protection initially.
He's
not going to get the first down.
He'll get close though. And a
flag. That might be. That looks like a late hit and a first down, but he is hurt.
He's down.
Oh, he's hurt. He got walloped on the sidelines. It looks like. Ugh. Then Dyke dives down. Ugh.
See what happened to Tyler Van Dyke then.
Van Dyke, yeah.
Right there. Let's see.
All right. Protected his body. Maybe it's some sort of a knee injury. He grabbed his knee. He grabbed his right knee as he was going down. They're giving the first down because of the penalty after the late hit. But imagine yourself as a backup quarterback.
Yeah. It looks like he just got up as they hit break.
In a game where you're a big underdog.
Mm-hmm.
You're a backup quarterback. You're at home, but you're playing Bama.
Yep.
And you get snaps against one of the great programs in college football.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just thrust into the situation. There are many ways in which you could psychologically deal with that. You could just have the moment feel too big and just get all the butterflies going.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it's, you know what? You just dive into what you do and it works out.
Yeah.
And you just don't think about how big the moment is. You just play football.
Wisconsin's backup quarterback is Braden Locke, the redshirt sophomore transfer from Mississippi State. In 2023, he was 76 for 152. That's a 50% completion percentage with 777 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 pick, and a passer rating of 102.5.
Here's what we're going to do. Forgive me. We're going to flip this to...
It seems like it's okay now.
Okay. Oh,
Ballard in the chat. What is up? Long time no see, man.
Hey.
Saying roll time.
Oh, we're expecting that.
I mean, as I said, they're gonna win, but yeah, I don't think the Badgers are gonna end up winning this if Van Dyke ends up being out. Hopefully, he's okay. Obviously, that's the big concern. After seeing Jordan Love's injury, after seeing Tua's injury,
yeah,
right. You just want your guys to be okay.
Exactly. And if you're a quarterback at a major college program, you want to play in a game like this. You want to play in a game like this, and you would do everything you possibly could to get back on the field.
Yeah.
But that's where doctors have to come up and say, no.
Exactly.
We're protecting your long-term health.
Talk is Pip.
Hey.
What is up? We will be live for the WV Pitt game this afternoon. Big game, backyard brawl.
Yes.
In Pittsburgh, as we're seeing the pictures of both teams. Here, Van Dyke is on the field. Or is that Locke? Is that Locke? Oh, no, that's Braden Locke, right?
Yeah.
Number 18.
Yeah.
Is he number 18?
All right. Don't worry about the moment. Just play football, guys. Just play football. Don't worry about anything else.
So Braden Locke, the backup in now.
Hey,
wide receiver trip there.
And had it not been a trip, I would have been like, yeah, and that's why Van Dyke's a starter.
Yeah. Van Dyke.
He's both in pain and I think disconsolate a bit.
Yeah. He's currently being carted off to the locker room. Not a good sign. Seems like there's some play call difficulties with, obviously, this is the first year of using, for college football teams, the helmet communication system. They're just going to pitch it.
Mistake of a play call. Bama's too good at that. I'm going to flip this. I understand.
So our feed is going to be a little bit behind now, but just so we can kind of get a constant thing. Maybe later we'll try to get it fully back to the normal, but for now,
No. It's not even done.
okay.
So we're going to have to go with live feed. Nothing.
Joey Foster, what is up? It is game day for the Mountaineers. We're ready for that one. As
All right.
I got
3rd
my
and 10
WVU
against
hat on.
Bama.
It's gonna air it
He's
out.
going for it.
Incomplete.
Folks, this is Bama. This is a non-conference game.
Yup.
To me, I know it's 4th and 10. I'm going for it.
Don't blame you.
I'm going for it if I'm Wisconsin.
Of course, they're not going to because they use math. But
Oh, they're going from 53 yards.
they're gonna try to kick this. Let's see.
Let's get some points.
So number 90 is on to kick. That is
Nathaniel Beckles.
Yes, I see that now.
And it's got distance. Oh!
It is good.
The wind's coming off Lake Mendota, putting
3
Bama at a deficit. I never thought I'd say that phrase.
What a kick to get a lead
That
for
He would have
the
gotten that from
Badgers.
60. Wow. He would have gotten that from 60. I mean, that was a cannon shot. Apropos, because Camp Randall Stadium is on the site of a Civil War camp. And there are actually cannons
Yes, there are.
on the Camp Randall Stadium site. So for you historians and college football fans, I recommend a trip to Camp Randall for a game.
Yes.
Especially if you know the game is going to be a night game. Woo!
The camp at night is unlike anything
it's
else.
It's nothing beats it to my college football experience.
We're biased.
Yes.
But
Now, I haven't been to every college football stadium.
yeah, you've been to a decent amount of Big Ten stadiums.
I've been to the Rose Bowl. I've been to Michigan. I've been to Ohio State. I've been to Michigan State. I have not yet been to Penn State. That would be fun. Super fun. And in terms of just the overall setting, the Rose Bowl is better. But for energy, nothing beats Camp Randall.
Yeah. Joey, I'm not sure. Chat, tell us if we're lagging, if we're good. On our side, it looks like we're okay. But that could very well not be the case.
I will do a little search on a channel to check to see if we're all right.
Yeah. Okay. So again, Wisconsin leads 3-0, and yeah, we are a little bit.
We have a little bit of lag.
Okay. I don't know what the issue is.
You may need to
Alright.
close some windows.
I just closed everything. I can close this one too.
Yeah, that might help us.
Okay, good, Joey. So if you're just joining us again, we're going to be live at 3:30 for the WVU pick game.
Mhm.
I still have to set that stream up, which is probably what I'm going to be doing at halftime.
Yeah, you may be going live. I may be hosting the halftime show. I've hosted halftime shows before, so including 2-hour-long delayed halftime shows, which we had a couple weeks ago with the WVU Penn State.
Hopefully, WVU's game this week goes not that way.
Yes, please.
I will be right back to grab some water.
In the meantime, I am talking to a blank screen because the signal's out again. Oh, here we go. And they're reviewing actually another game of a top 5 SEC opponent coming to the state of Wisconsin to play in September against the Badgers and getting beaten. That was back in 2016 when number 5 LSU went to Lambeau Field to play the Packers in the first Badgers ever Badgers game at the hallowed grounds of Lambeau Field. That was one of the most fun atmospheres I can remember for a sporting event, especially a college event. 55,000 Badgers fans, 25,000 LSU fans. It felt like a bowl game in one of the great spots of the sport. Kickoff going to Stoughton, Wisconsin, and it lands there for a touchback. Jalen Milroe. Oh, this guy. All the talent in the world. All the freaking talent in the world. Yes, 5-hour halftime shows, Joey Foster. 5-hour halftime shows. All right, football to 25. Trips right. And the throw left in the flat. And the first throw in the flat for Alabama is a lot more successful than it was for Wisconsin because it garners right about first down yardage. And then there's Bama in the 2-minute type of activity, making Wisconsin set its defense, confuse personnel. They're trying to scramble quickly. That's how sometimes Alabama gets you. And they run up play outside where a beautiful ankle tackle for a 1-yard loss. An ankle tackle. I want an ankle tackle and a soda, please. No, but just a great job on a low tackle after fighting off a block. If he doesn't get that open field tackle, dude may be off to the races. So 2nd and 10 3/4. And only a 4-man rush. Wisconsin wanted to keep tacklers in the back, and it's still not stopping Alabama from getting first down or close to first down yardage. Got him down right about a half yard from the first down marker, it looks like. Oh, wow. Joey Foster doing some home remodeling.
We love home remodeling.
He says he moved his office, doesn't have a TV installed, so he's got to go to even watch the games. Go Mountaineers, yes. And it looks like Bama has a easy first down. You're seeing just how spectacular they are at moving the football and the talent advantage that the Crimson Tide have over Wisconsin. It is a pure talent advantage.
Yes, it is.
I mean, too many 5-star players on that roster. Wisconsin only rushing 4, but they've got one-on-one coverage. Yeah, they're not going to throw that flag, Henderson. I know you fell, but that was way overthrown. It's only been in the last 20 years with football where it has had to become regular operations for both offense and defense to know how to adjust quickly between plays on the fly and play the mental game between plays.
Really?
Yeah. You didn't see this much no huddle until maybe the year 2000.
That's
you did
true.
Sometimes, but not often.
Milroe run for the first down.
Yep.
That's what he does.
This team is ridiculously legit.
Yep.
Oh, man. So the back of the helmet for Alabama says Crimson Tide, not Roll Tide. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, they're running space to the side where they had no defenders waiting. But some good pursuit at linebacker safety.
There we go. That's what we're talking about.
Curtis with a great open field tackle.
Nice.
Only a 1-yard gain. Just play the best you can, Wisconsin. Keep it close. You never know what happens. Not expecting victory, but just keep it close. See what happens late.
Yeah.
And you got to force them into mistakes, which Bama teams rarely commit.
Mm-hmm.
That's about a 4-yard gain, so 3rd and 5.5 or so.
Yep. If you're Bama here, passing, I'm guessing, is your call.
Oh, yeah. And not just because it's easier to get the first down that way. It's because they have the capability to make the big play.
Yeah.
There's a student section starting to fill just an easy bit. I saw one Bama Crimson jersey amongst the whiteout.
That's sad. Bring pressure.
And he threw that thing to Middleton.
So
Force a field goal.
And okay, I was about to say, unless Bama goes for it here, which I'm not expecting them to, and I don't think they will, it's going to be probably a 3-3 game.
I'm beginning to think they're okay. They had some DBs in the field still for Wisconsin, so I was thinking, are they actually going to go for it? Nope. They're going to go for 46 yards.
Not too far of a field goal, obviously.
It's not a gimme, but it's still 50% plus odds.
What's up, and it is
none! Jack Nicholson's better than you, kicker. Their kicker, Nicholson, just missing wide right. Oh! He might have made that.
No, he didn't. It's just it looked like that because it
like it's went over the upright.
No, it fell the way the angle went. But when it came like under,
okay.
So when it went wide,
right,
and then but it curved back
toward
being after good. It went past.
Oh man, I mean, Wisconsin needs to stack great performance and lucky break upon great performance and lucky break to win this thing.
Yeah,
they just got their first set of series where they did that.
Yep.
Now you need to do that like 8 times.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes between your ownership of the football and Bama with what they do. And that is a tall order.
Yeah.
It's just focus on the play that you're in at the moment.
Yeah.
Don't worry about anything else.
Yep.
I also give Wisconsin a little bit of credit for the student section starting to fill. But again, you got the number 4 team in the country in your house.
Yeah.
You get there on time for kickoff, Wisconsin. Student section, that's an epic failure. Epic failure.
The college kids are going to drink. It's part of the...
If I'm Wisconsin, maybe what I do is say, we will reimburse all the students on their next football ticket, their next game's football ticket, if the previous game's student section is packed and full by kickoff.
It's actually a good idea.
Maybe I do that. Like, hey, you want free tickets? Pack the house. Otherwise, you're paying up.
Yeah.
I might do that if I'm Wisconsin. Because there is no reason, besides trying to get ridiculously schnockered.
Yeah.
Which in Wisconsin, I think there was a national survey that came out that of the 20 most alcohol consuming counties in the United States, more than 10 are from Wisconsin. I mean, that tells you something.
Yep. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. But it tells you something.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. They're doing college football Fridays.
Yeah. Illinois, Nebraska. That's a solid matchup.
Illinois improved?
Yeah, they
okay.
I mean they just beat Kansas last week. Stormed the field and everything.
All right. 27.5-yard line. All right.
Good run. There we go.
8.5. 8.5.
Chesma Lucy there.
Still got to run the football to keep teams honest.
Yeah.
I'm not saying throw the football 50 times if you're Wisconsin, but you have to add the element of the passing game and make it your prime weapon if you want to win a natty. And that's Wisconsin's long-term goal. I'm not saying it's going to happen this year or next year, but that's their long-term goal. Okay. Bama was more ready for it this time. 3rd and 1. All right. I'm a gambler in a situation like this. in a game where you got house money, if you're Wisconsin, because you're not expected to win, go play action and go deep.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Go play action, go deep, get the big play.
They're going to have one man in the backfield.
But Bama knows that you're ready for it if you're going to have 3 wideouts.
Yeah.
So
they run it and they
all right,
get
first
the
down.
person
That's all
a
right.
little bit more. We take
That's all right.
that. We
Yeah,
take that.
absolutely.
Nice
Walker on the run.
Walker there.
I also think maybe they're not throwing as much because Brandon Locke just needs reps, needs comfort.
Yeah, Braden, he hasn't played much. Really, it's that simple.
Thanks for the correction there, too.
No, you're fine. I'm just currently setting up our next stream subscription.
All right.
Here we go here. They're going
Fourth
to run it
consecutive
again,
run.
and they're going to get a
down.
first down across
11
the
yards.
field.
All right.
Barry ball. Barry ball.
Couple of shimmy moves, waiting for the line to get their block set. And then Malusi was patient enough to wait for the little sliver of an opening. And then it gets to the second level in the first down run. Great patience. First pass of the drive.
He wanted to air it out.
Oh!
And got demolished.
And he fumbled, but Wisconsin recovered. Yeah, he got blindsided in his back and just got pummeled.
Overton there, let's see what happened. He just
I mean, 99.5% of other human beings would fumble there too.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they did not see Overton plastering him.
The O-line just has to do a better job. So 2nd and 14 now.
It's also part of coverage stat because receivers just weren't getting open.
That's true.
Late snap.
And he just has to throw it away.
Yeah, because he had a blitzer breathing down his neck. I think Bama's already gotten to him.
Yeah, so 3rd and 14, you air it out here, right?
You have to air it out, but settle down your mind.
Yeah.
Settle down your mind, Block. Don't worry about hearing footsteps.
And at the worst,
make the play.
Throw to field goal range, and hopefully you get 3 points.
I mean,
or set up a 4th and 2.
Yeah, you'd be setting up like 4th and 1 or 2 if you can't get the first down here. That's maybe your goal.
And
look what happens. Look what happens. 4th and 1.
That might actually be 4th and inches. A really solid play. They get the ball down the field and now into Bama territory, and you go for this.
Yes.
There's zero doubt you go for this.
The kicker proved that he's got the leg to kick a field goal from there, but you still go for it, I think.
Yeah. And way to just fight for yards.
Extra effort.
Yeah, so obviously 4th and 1, they're going to go for it.
And they're not going to go for it. They're going to try and draw Bama offside. And Bama is one of the most disciplined teams in college football. Or is this timeout? It's timeout. Okay.
Official review.
Oh,
they're reviewing.
did they get the first down?
They might be calling it forward progress because he got kind of flipped back down when he was tackled. So I could see them maybe saying that's. Let's see here what happens.
He got the ball. Ooh, I think that's a first down.
I think he has that.
Okay.
That
angle. Oh, maybe not with that angle. Based on where the yellow line is. Let's see where the arrow says it is.
That looks arrow, like he got
yes.
It. I think he got it.
Iffy, but I think yes. Yeah, that based on especially what I see with the across the field angle, that's a first down.
Yeah.
Oh, ooh.
Wow. I guess they just thought there wasn't enough evidence, right?
Yeah.
Which I can understand that call. I don't agree with it, but I get it. It's an understandable call.
Again, I'd love to see him go play action here and get a big play, maybe even a 40-yard touchdown bomb. Surprise Alabama.
Yeah.
I mean, you get up 10-0 on number 4 Bama, you're doing something.
Exactly. Especially without your quarterback.
Yeah.
They're still going to go for it, which is the right call. The math says go for it. They run it, and they get stopped.
And that's called Bama's excellence on defense, doing what they do.
And see, I would have passed it there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have aired it out. I just would have gone quick pass to the left side of the field.
The problem is with the Luke Fickell Wisconsin spread formation, it doesn't put you in position where you surprise a team as well with the passing game. Because if you just line up in an I formation with a quarterback under center, that's what I would do on a 4th down and 1.
Yeah.
And you bunch your receivers in. Maybe you have one receiver who's out wide or even sort of in a slot, and that's the receiver you send deep.
Yeah.
And you run an RPO otherwise.
Yeah.
But you at least fake the handoff and get the Bama defense stuck in and get yourself some single coverage.
I would agree with that, yeah.
And then if that receiver isn't open, you can loop to the outside and see if you can beat the Bama defense at the 1st down marker.
Yeah, the good news is Bama still has to go 60 yards. And the Badgers defense can get a stop.
They've already done it, but they had to get luck to get it done.
Exactly.
Man. I feel like I don't want to be teased into believing Wisconsin could win this game because I feel like I need to be realistic about it.
But they can't.
That's
simple.
It's like I don't want to overhope, but
I'm not going to say they are.
But I would so love it. So love it. Dude wearing a Barry Sanders jersey for a Hampton Inn college football ad. I'm not so sure about that. That was an obvious Barry Sanders jersey on the Hilton ad. I already had breakfast just a little while ago, so I'm not as hungry when I'm looking at these Wendy's ads.
Wendy's doesn't really make me hungry. I was already hungry, so.
Your mommy was so big of a fan of Wendy's.
I don't like Wendy's. Well, she still likes Wendy's.
Yeah, not as much as she used to.
Yeah.
My problem is Taco Bell.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it's also when you work in the field that I work, where you're on the road a lot, and you don't have the capability to really prepare a meal the way that you should. Yeah, Taco Bell. It's cheap and it fills. It's not what I should do, but it just is.
Yeah. Okay. Let me
just is
quickly get this.
Yeah, the student section right now is getting close to filled to the level that you're seeing in that graphic behind you. Like they're actually now it's fully filled.
Yeah, there you go.
It's fully filled. Okay. It took them a quarter or so, but it's fully filled. All right. 40-yard line. Let's go defense. Oh, no. No one saw Milroe keeping that thing. That's an explosion play, 26 yards. I mean, he just fooled the whole Badgers defense.
Jalen Milroe is a threat in that way, and the Badgers defense just didn't see him coming.
They got caught napping.
Yes, they did. That's depressing.
Oh, man. 3 yards on 1st down. the spread offense and the use of option football like that, it is so hard to defend. I saw when Wisconsin was going to the Rose Bowl in the time when I was covering the Badgers, they would have problems against teams running option football.
Yeah.
Because on defense, you have a particular assignment of a certain player that you have to follow. But you have to be aware of where the football is at all times. So it is a hard mental game. Here we go again with Milroe. This time Milroe ready. Stop in the backfield. All right.
There you go.
3rd and 7.5. That time they stayed home. All right. Now, you not only need to stop them here and commit a 4th down,
They're
but
going to air it out.
See
touchdown Badgers. Or touchdown Bama. Ryan Williams. That's what the Tide does.
Tide being Tide. They're just doing what they do.
Yep.
Doing what they do. Oh, if this game was against some of the teams that I covered, very frankly, Wisconsin could win this game because of the talent level that they had at the time, especially in the offensive line and the defenses they had back then. It's the kind of a game where I'll dive into this point after the extra point, which is good.
Good.
Back in the early 2000s, when I covered Wisconsin, if they had a home-and-home series in Alabama, games in Tuscaloosa, Bama would probably win by 28 points. And we're talking the great Nick Saban teams. Bama would win by 28 points. Put them in a bowl game setup, 2-score Bama win. Put the game at Camp Randall, especially under the lights at night, that's a Badgers win.
Yeah.
But not today with a Wisconsin program that's still rebuilding.
Yep.
Still trying to figure out who they are with Luke Fickell as head coach. The fans in Madison need to have photographer wearing a Brewers bucket hat. I appreciate that.
That's
Milwaukee
cool.
Brewers bucket hat.
Like that. Ryan Williams is 17. And so far, he's had 3 touchdowns this season for 84 yards, 55 yards, and 43 yards. And a 31-yard one today as
And
well.
he's a freshman. He's the kind of guy that I could see going pro after 2 years.
I say dude's going to the league. But Wisconsin will look to respond. 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter. They'll take the touchback and go.
I landed in Verona.
Yep, try to go 75 yards.
I'm going to come up with as many Wisconsin geography
you will.
references as I can. It's my job. I'm daddy.
Well, no, it's not being bad. It's just you being from Wisconsin. Why is the press box like?
That's not the press box.
Oh, what is it? Oh, that's
Luxury suites.
oh, it's just the way it's curved. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Like it's not. It doesn't go all the way around like it should.
I think they added some press boxes, but they didn't have enough where they think they could sell more at the time.
Okay.
2-yard gain. End of the first quarter. Graphic change, and
Yes, it.
you're awesome. Bama over Wisconsin 7-3. Competitive so far, but you're seeing the reasons why Bama's Bama and why the pregame show prognosticators, as well as yours truly, said this is going to be a win for Bama by more than 2 scores. Their talent advantage is just clear. It's men against boys, but Wisconsin's hanging in there.
Yes, they are.
I'm giving them credit. I'm giving them credit. If you are a Bama fan and you are watching us, we're going to be diving into all the great traditions of Camp Randall Stadium today. Like, obviously, the jump around starting at the fourth quarter.
Built me a buttercup.
Yep. The wave and all the 5 different waves that happen at Camp Randall Stadium, the March of the Tubas.
March of the what?
The March of the Tubas. The
Alright.
tubas from the band march around the stadium and just play songs.
Oh, good for that.
Yeah, it's sort of like the cowbell guy at the Mets games.
Okay, good for them.
Team we can't stand, but a really cool fan. If you're a Bama fan, what are those traditions that you have at games in Tuscaloosa?
What are those?
What is it like? Nick Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium?
Yeah. Well, so obviously, let's just think of the obvious ones. Dixieland Delight.
Okay, and
Pretty
Dixieland Delight is just they play it. That's the name of the song.
And yeah, and all the fans have their pom poms in their elbow, and you got 80,000 fans all doing. That's
Okay.
obviously a big deal. I'm trying to think of what other traditions they would have as I finish making a thumbnail. Where's the WB?
He's multitasking today.
It's not that hard to do. It's just I just grab a logo
Oh.
off my phone. And
There's Fox advertising the game broadcasts and showing hits that would draw 15-yard penalties. Hi, we're going to show you damaging hits that cause brain damage.
yep, that sounds about right.
That's Fox for you.
It's just, well, here's the other thing. A lot of the viewers who are going to be watching college football, right?
Yeah.
Especially those guys about your age or older. What a lot of them are going to be looking for are, they still think in their minds, a lot of them, now I know you don't, but how those super hard hits that are dangerous are so cool. And they're just like, at one point, that was a good thing that you were making head-to-head contact.
Yeah.
And just now, and so for some people showing a targeting hit,
yeah,
that'll be like, oh, wow, that's crazy hard hit. Now, though, it's kind of like, you can't be doing that, right? So there's just been a big change among the way that how hits like that are just viewed generally.
People die from those hits. It's that simple.
Exactly.
So, yeah, let's not fall into that trap. But yeah, they fall into that trap. Nice little touch on the Tom Brady advertisement.
Yeah.
And not just with all his previous teams from college and high school, but when he as a boy was a fan of the 49ers and went to the 1981 NFC Championship game, the catch, and they had this little kid wearing a really old school 49ers helmet. Oh, that striping of red and white along the east and west sidelines is beautiful.
Yes.
Just beautiful. I still remember when I was covering Badgers games and you were like a year and a half old, and I'd cover an 11 o'clock kickoff. I'd usually be done by 4. Nice throw a little bit behind the receiver.
It happens.
That's your problem. That's what happens with backup quarterback. But you want to win games, you got to execute near perfect if you want to beat Bama.
Yep.
But after that would all be done, I'd run over to this deli, which would be open until like 5 o'clock, like a really good Italian deli.
Okay.
Get like prosciutto sandwiches before you could even eat prosciutto.
Love that.
And chomp on it while driving home, and I'd be home by 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I'd be yours and I'd be mommy's. I love the 11 o'clock kickoffs for that reason.
All right, let's take a look quickly around what's going on all around college football right now, because there are some...
3.5, Bama. It's going to hit football.
Let's
go ahead.
Okay. South Carolina at the end of the first up 7-0 on number 16 LSU in Columbia, so that's notable. Other than that, just kicking off about 4 minutes ago, Boston College, or about 9 minutes ago, Boston College at Missouri in one of the few, possibly the only ranked versus ranked game today. I think it is the only ranked versus ranked game today.
Oh, punt with a bad bounce goes to the 36. Wisconsin recovers.
That will be an interesting one to watch
Man ball.
as BC 2-0 heads to Columbia 2-0.
And there's another little wrinkle to this game in Columbia, South Carolina. You know people that are there.
That's true. American Football Network
Yep.
is there.
For
And,
Wisconsin
yeah.
to only be down 7-3 with a backup quarterback,
I'm cool with that.
I mean, that's not horrible. But now you start to get worried because Bama's got the football. They now get a chance to open a double-digit lead. Alabama's got to commit some unforced errors. They just did. False start. 1st and 15. 77 Roberts is committing the malfeasance.
Yeah. So here we go. 1st and 15 for the Tide.
Milrow run.
Good tackle.
Only about 4.5 yards. I'd say 5. Actually.
I liked how there was a guy just waiting for him.
Yep.
They kept the guy home just in case he ran. And that guy could also cover if he actually handed it off the running back there.
They're using a spy.
Yeah. And
all right, tip pass overthrow. 3rd and 8.
We take that, right? They're in their own territory. They're going to have to – the Badgers know they're going to either have to have an explosive run play from Milrow or they're going to have to air that for a first down.
You would think. You would think.
And now Camp Randall is alive.
All right. They got to have the volume button up higher than they ever have. Wisconsin wants to win this game. The fans have to bring it. Easy pitch and catch. Out of bounds. Not a first down.
Okay, if you're Bama, you're in your own territory here. Do you go for it?
No.
Okay.
Now, I believe in my offense enough where I think there are good odds that they could get a first down.
Yeah.
But you don't take the chance because you give Wisconsin a short field. You don't want to give them confidence. Make them earn it. You have one of the best defenses in college football. Let them play.
Bama will punt here on 4th and 4. I'm surprised it's 4th and 4. I thought it'd be like 4th and 1 or 4th and 2. And that one is deep in.
Oh, they got to drive 95 yards. Oof.
If I'm the Badgers, I would have let that bounce into the end zone.
Look how small the crowd was for Big Noon Saturday on the outside of
no one cares about it.
Right. It's not.
If it was college game day, if it was game day,
yeah,
the people would have left there. And also, there aren't that. I don't think a lot of people know this. There aren't that many parking lots.
Right.
In Madison. For the college kids, they're just tailgating on their lawns.
Yep.
Outside of their apartments.
I mean, when we would do pregame coverage of games, we actually would have to park at a dental office.
Really?
Yeah, like about a mile from the stadium.
Wow.
Which tells you how few parking lots there are around Camp Randall.
Yeah. So college kids, I think, would leave their tailgates at their houses for game day.
Mm-hmm.
But for Big Noon kickoff, there's no real attraction.
This is why, as well, with what you're describing with the lack of parking at Camp Randall,
yeah,
this is why I advocate for there being an Amtrak from Milwaukee to Madison. And there are lines that will actually get you within 3 blocks of Camp Randall Stadium.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of drinking and no driving that would be happening.
Yes.
The amount of ridiculous consumption without the danger of drunk driving.
Yeah.
That would be happening on these trains would be insane.
Well, there should also be a train that goes from Milwaukee to Green Bay on Sunday.
Yes. I 10,000% concur.
Or really Green Bay to Chicago.
Right.
So, especially for Packers Bears games.
Yes. though that might increase the number of Bears fans coming.
No, I mean just when the Packers go to Chicago, not the other
That's
way
true.
around. We don't.
Oh.
No, don't be fair. Don't be fair.
Don't be fair, he says.
Bears fans don't get the same rights Packers fans. You got to get 13 rings before you can reach that.
Love it. Absolutely love it. I also remember, speaking of that, growing up in the late 80s, the Packers would play one preseason game every year at Camp Randall.
Really?
And usually the opposing team would give up the home game and make it their home game at Camp Randall. Why? Because the Packers fans are going to sell it out, and they're going to spend more money for preseason tickets than the opponent would for the home game.
That's a good point.
So the real home team would make more money with the game at Camp Randall.
Yeah.
All right. 1st and 10.
He's going to run it.
He's going to tippy toe it for 2.
Okay.
Because there just wasn't a hole.
Yeah.
He had to make something out of nothing.
And you don't really want to be passing from inside your own end zone.
Unless you've got play action and you've got good pass protection.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure they're there yet. And I don't think you ask a quarterback who is a backup who has not seen a whole lot of action.
There you go.
All right.
Go, Taz.
First
Go,
snap.
Taz.
Keep going. Oh!
And Bama recovers.
That's the kind of mistake Wisconsin cannot afford. Just cannot afford. I mean, and that is not just great tackling, period, but Alabama teaches their players to tackle to the football. Don't just tackle to get the guy down. Tackle to the football, because you put your force of the body to where the football is located. You may jar it loose more often.
Yeah, and it's a smart strategy.
And Moore did a fantastic job there. Great defensive players are taught, don't just get the tackle, get the turnover. And that sets up Wisconsin having to defend only 28 yards.
Yep.
If they don't give up a touchdown here, that's a win.
For sure.
That's a monster win.
It's a miracle. And man was just going to run it.
And they get the first down the 14-yard line, get half the yards they need for a touchdown.
Yep. So now you really got to lock down on defense.
Right now, Bama probably feels like they can treat Wisconsin like they're a second-rate SEC team.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, I think they probably have a good point if that's how they're acting.
Tackle.
All right. Stopped after about 3.5. Great job by the linebacker to actually pursue from behind, but
get your Malik Willis jerseys now before they sell out. The Packers playing the Colts tomorrow. Jordan Love questionable. I'm not expecting him to play, so I think we can still win the game. I'm not expecting.
They're gonna have to run the football 67% of the time. Milrow run, selfie, third and about 1.5 yards. Did I just call a quarterback keeper a selfie?
I think you did, which is weird.
But I would rather use that than getting pictures for the gram, calling that a selfie. All right.
If you're Bama here, you pass it, right?
No, they're just going to get the first down and give themselves 4 shots at the end zone, which is smart.
Yeah.
Malik Willis. The knock on him is that he is not football intelligent. I don't know.
He has the cannon.
Yeah, he's got the arm. Run up the gut for 1 yard, maybe a little bit of change.
It's just a question of if he can use the cannon.
Yeah. But I think they have to pound, ground, pound to open up the passing lanes.
Yeah.
For Willis. The ideal score for the Packers, a score where they can win is going to be like 20-17, something like that.
Yeah.
Even like 14-10. And Indy can put up points. Milroe himself.
He's going to run it, and he's going to get taken down.
Great open field tackle.
That is
Gotta
what
wrap
Wisconsin does.
Not all the time, but that time they did.
Exactly. What a tackle. Makes it 3rd and goal now. And as you said, if we can hold Bama to 3 points here.
You hold them to 3, that's a win.
Yeah. Camp Randall is rocking. Bama needs 6 yards to the end zone.
Free play.
They're going to air it out. Incomplete, but the flag will make it
3rd and goal to 3.
Yeah. Half the distance to the goal, yeah.
Yep.
So now Bama can run it.
Cannot make mistakes in this game.
Now Bama can just run it or pass it.
Yep. I love these old school helmets. Although the new school helmets that look like they're old school.
What's old school?
They look like they come back from the 1960s in terms of the shape.
Okay.
But they have better protection.
Yeah.
That's what I just saw on the screen with the Wisconsin defensive line. 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Milroe's going to keep it.
Keeper.
And he'll end up in the end zone.
Too much speed. And the Wisconsin back 7 was fooled by the fake. That gave Milroe enough time to escape to the end zone.
Yep.
You can see on this replay how the back 7 get taken in by the fake, and the only ones who really saw it were well blocked out of the play and were controlled. Good play design, better athleticism that Bama's got.
And it's up, and it is good. 14-3. The Tide lead Wisconsin.
This is like Olympic track and field, but a head-to-head between the sprinters of Team USA against like Team Germany.
Yeah.
Because there are bound to be some good runners in the country of Germany. But Team USA is on another level, just like this.
Yeah.
I mean, this has the potential to get ugly.
Yep.
He's being very precise with his Canva use, ladies and gentlemen. The kid's graphics and the script.
Hold on. That's not perfect yet.
That's all right.
I gotta go down here.
That's all right.
Replace it.
Last night, by the way, fun time. We couldn't go to the Phillies Mets game here in town. So instead, we actually had some friends who are from New York who are big Mets fans who went to the game. And we brought in cheesesteaks for them. And they brought in New York deli sandwiches for us. And we decided to have a post-game tailgate afterward. It felt like I was back in college with the kind of atmosphere that it was. It was family-friendly for you.
Yeah.
But it was a blast. We were up till like at least midnight last night.
Yeah. I fell asleep at like 12:15.
Oh, the Philly sports guys at the Modelo commercial with a dude who looks like Hank Williams Jr.
Since when was Philly Sport? I didn't see him in there.
Just a guy with like a huge spiked mohawk,
Ah,
like the Philly sports guy.
gotcha.
But number one, the atmosphere around the Philly stadiums on a game day is ridiculous. I liken it close to Lambeau, close to Madison.
Yeah.
Probably even more Madison in terms of just like the visceral craziness. They're not as nice here. I'll be upfront about that. But still fun. We're obviously Midwest nice, so it's not a problem with us. If you disagree on teams. But the deli spot in Queens that they went to for sandwiches, I gotta look this place up, was amazing. And so were the cheesesteaks we got. Where we went, Tony and Nick's is not the best cheesesteak in Philly.
Solid though.
And the combination of Whiz and Cooper Sharp.
It's bussin'.
Just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Excuse me. Best Queens deli sandwiches. Yeah, that's true. I just saw that graphic. Every yard gain on that mini touchdown drive came on the run.
That's depressing.
All right, I gotta ask my guy here. Yeah, Moore's amazing tackle on Malusi caused that touchdown.
Those colors are not right.
What was the deli shop? We'll ask him as Wisconsin gets football. 1st and 10 at the 25. This game has not been decided on time of possession. It's been pretty even. It's been based on what you do with it. Bama's better athleticism is the biggest reason why they've done more with it.
Yeah. So 9:30 to go here. The Badgers with an opportunity to make this a 4-point game.
Play adjustment.
Yup. I need to very
2nd and 7. Very doable.
quickly. They're going to run it and get stuffed.
Just don't run the football inside like that.
Yup.
Bama's defense is too good at penetration.
Yeah.
And your offensive line is not the typical Wisconsin offensive line talent that you normally have. This year, they just don't have the bodies to do it. So 3rd and 10 for a backup quarterback. Whew.
Here we go.
Woof. All right.
He's going to air it out under pressure.
Right to the first down line, but I don't know if he got it. That's going to be a decision. That's going to be a spot of the ball decision.
Let's see.
All right. It is literally the line. Nope. He missed it by about a half yard. Are they going for it?
I would.
I think you got to take chances.
Yep. Here we go.
High snap. But
Got it.
First. All right. All right.
And Wisconsin moved quickly, too.
Yes.
They didn't waste time. They moved quickly. They caught them
Right.
off guard. There's still guys in the defense running all over the place.
The play where Alabama penetrated so well was on sort of an off-tackle pulling guard kind of play.
Yeah.
Where I don't think Wisconsin is as strong with their offensive line. Here, it was just man-on-man, blast you out of the hole, win a physical battle. And Wisconsin did better with that type of run play.
Yeah.
However, first down did not do so well, so 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
But if maybe Wisconsin simply needs to run more of the up the gut, me against you, I'm going to out-block you.
Yeah.
Oh, tip pass
Tip
backfield.
pass there. And Locke was like, darn it.
I don't think he was thinking darn it.
No, but the way he clapped his hands was
Yeah.
like when someone's like, "Oh, darn it." They're just gonna run and get. Don't run the ball. And if you're gonna run to the outside.
No, don't run to the outside. Their athletes are better. You need to pound and not run as many like trappish type of runs.
So Bama has 7 guys there ready, and just the holes collapse.
They had 7 guys in the box against 5 or 6 blockers. You're not going to win that.
Yeah.
That's a situation where if you've got an experienced quarterback, you audible out of that play.
Yeah.
And now you're forcing an inexperienced quarterback to throw the football to get it first. He completed the pass, but it's only for 4 yards.
Yeah, so that's going to set up a 4th and 6 now. So obviously he'll come off the field.
I mean, and this is one where the Bama's rushing 4, but they were getting home, and he had to get rid of the football.
Yeah.
He didn't have a choice. They're going for it.
Go for it.
I love it. It's risky, but I love it. Okay. It just looked like they were going for it.
Oh, bomb.
Sidewinder of a kick. Get some good bounces. Okay. You're going to force Bama to go 87 yards. We can live with that. We can live with that. Oh, the beauty of downtown Madison. State capital, Lake Mendota. That's why Wisconsin is said to have one of the most picturesque campuses in America. Of course, I'm biased, but it's one of the great public universities of the United States. I didn't go there because Marquette, because of Jesuit background, because of scholarship, and because it's home. It was home for me. But UW is an amazing spot.
Yeah.
Amazing spot. I'm going to go rehydrate.
Okay.
Want anything?
I'm good. I'll be heading up there next break. All right. Okay, folks. Well, it is time, I guess. Check scores around college football on this beautiful afternoon, this Saturday, the 14th of September. So let's see what's going on. South Carolina up 17-0. 17-0, folks. On number 16, LSU in Columbia. Michigan up 21-3 over Arkansas State. Illinois only up a touchdown on Central Michigan. The score there is 10-3. Memphis beating Florida State 10-0. That is an upset alert. Louisiana Tech up on NC State 7-6. Also an upset alert. Boston College up 7-3 on Missouri. An upset alert. And then Buffalo leads Massachusetts by a touchdown. Texas Tech blowing out North Texas 44-7. Cincinnati up 10-3 on Miami of Ohio. And 28-0. Oklahoma State leads Tulsa. Later this afternoon, Coastal Carolina takes a visit to just down the road, Lincoln Financial Field here in Philadelphia at 2 p.m. That happens. And then at 3:30, it's Oregon State. Ball State, Miami, Tulane, Oklahoma. That'll be an interesting one. Oklahoma favored by 13 points there. Notre Dame coming off the Northern Illinois loss heads to Purdue. The Irish favored by 7.5 there. A&M at Florida. Texas A&M favored by 3. Nevada at Minnesota. Washington State at Washington. You've got App State, East Carolina. That's an interesting G5 matchup. Utah State at 4:30. UConn at Duke. An old Big East versus ACC matchup. Although UConn really just isn't that good in football anymore, as most of you probably know. Virginia Tech heads to Old Dominion. And then tonight, Ole Miss at Wake Forest. I'm expecting that to be probably a blowout. Vanderbilt heads to Georgia State. That's an interesting one. Georgia at Kentucky. UGA favored by 3 touchdowns. Toledo at Mississippi State. Possible upset there. Indiana plays at UCLA as we get back to action. And Bama's going to run it from the 13 to the 17, I think. Air Force heads to Baylor. Colorado State, 7:30 p.m. CBS. That's a must-watch game. And then other than that, Maryland, Virginia is a big game. San Diego State, Cal, I guess, might be something. That's about it, though. So 2nd and 5 now at the 18. Bama's going to run it for about a yard's gain. Folks, keep the comments coming. Share the stream with friends. Let them know we're talking Packers. We're not talking about the Packers. Don't know why I got that in my head. We're talking about the Badgers, and then later we'll be live for Pitt WVU. 3rd and 4 now for Bama, deep in their own territory. This is a huge, huge play at the 19.5-yard line. They're going to pass it. Milroe under pressure. He gets it out, but a beautiful open field tackle by the Badgers sets up a Bama punt deep in their own territory, which will give the Badgers good field position, only down 11 points. Hopefully they can get 7 more on the board before the half. And just as I said, a beautiful open field tackle there by the Badgers. Sets up a punt, and here it goes. It's going to be all the way, wow, to the 15-yard line.
Big punt.
Not great. Yikes.
That's called Bama winning the field position game just because they have a guy who can bomb a football to Beloit.
Yep. Well, let's play some Aflac trivia. Not sponsored. Among Power 4 schools, who has the longest active streak of winning seasons?
And remember, I actually work for a competitor, but yeah,
then
whatever.
It's not them trivia.
But whatever.
That's a simple answer. It's Wisconsin.
Of course. The University of Wisconsin is one of the great athletic programs in America. They have had, I believe, are the program that has the most bowl games combined with NCAA men's basketball tournament appearances over the last 30 years without winning a championship. Nice run.
There we go.
Nice slither through some tight traffic for 7.5.
As an athletic program, overall, Stanford's better. LSU's better.
Yep.
As I mentioned while you're gone, LSU's currently down 17-0 to South Carolina.
Yeah.
South Carolina. Is South Carolina better? No. Michigan. Ohio State.
You could argue they're all in the fight.
Just overall, what? Wisconsin's good at football, basketball, volleyball, hockey.
But with the major 2 power revenue sports, nice play action, and it was tipped. 3rd and 2.
I would take that.
I'm not happy, but it's all right. We'll look.
Yeah.
But with these the 2 big revenue sports, it is both joy for a Wisconsin fan that you're always going to be good, and frustration because it's like you're just not good enough to win the whole thing.
Air it out.
Oh, we got a flag. DPI. Get yourself pass interference and a first down. But I love the call of going for the big play on 3rd and short. I love that call.
So 15-yard penalty, right?
Yeah. I believe in college it's 15 yards actually it's just offsides, but we'll take that too. And, okay, they waived off the offsides. They're going to take the pass interference.
Nice.
That I believe is 15 yards and a first.
Yeah, he jumped.
Yeah, the DB never even looked. Brown never even looked for the football.
So now Braden Lockyer has an opportunity to get the Badgers on the board before the half again.
High snaps again. That's a
And
problem
they run
because
for
it
nothing.
screws your timing up on running plays like that.
Pass it here, right?
Yeah, you got it. Even if it's like a little short 3-yard dump off, just get yardage,
Yeah.
get something.
Goal would be to get it to, at the worst, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6.
Try and get 3rd and 5 or better. You don't want to force yourself to have to throw it on 3rd.
Exactly.
I mean, if it's a pass play, you got an open receiver downfield, go for it. But that's about it. Like, easy dump off. Right there. First down. In Bama territory. And Bama's going to get the ball to start the second half. So if Wisconsin wants to have any thoughts of coming back and winning this game, they need 7.
Yes.
They need 7 on this drive. You can't out-athleticize Alabama, but maybe you can outthink them.
Yeah. And I could see a touchdown here and then just a good defensive stand. Wisconsin's defense has held Bama 14 points. Other than that, like, it's not great.
Right.
But other than that failure on those run plays, they've been pretty good.
I mean, the key mistake of this game was that fumble.
The fumble, yeah.
Fumble
And that was
gave
just
you
a
your own territory.
really good tackle by
Yeah.
Bama.
So really, in that situation, you have to play mistake-free football the rest of the way to have a chance.
Yeah.
It's not impossible.
I agree with that.
As we watch a commercial with what they call subs, which are really hoagies here in
No,
Philadelphia.
that's a sub.
Why do you say so?
If it's not from Wawa, or if it's not
It's not from Philadelphia hoagie maker.
a cold cut deli,
Then it's just a sub.
then it's a sub. Jersey Mike's doesn't sell hoagies. Subway doesn't sell hoagies.
Of course not.
Big difference. You gotta have the Philly bread too. You gotta have the bread.
Philly's bread
Best
is
in the world.
the best on earth. For the same reason why Wisconsin has the best beer in the world.
And
the
best,
water.
And the best cheese.
No, not the water doesn't affect the cheese.
No, I'm just saying that
Wisconsin has the best cheese in the world.
Yeah.
But the reason why Philly bread
It's,
and why Wisconsin beer are the
the
best in the
water.
world is because of water.
Yeah.
It's what's in the water, specifically in that area of the world, that makes it great.
Yup.
We just have better cheese in Wisconsin because of happy cows.
We love the cows.
Now, the question is, can Wisconsin cheesemakers ace making Cooper Sharp?
I don't know. I saw something funny speaking of cows earlier. There's an Instagram video.
Yeah.
Where this where it was like at a wedding and the person officiating the wedding was like, "Speak now, forever hold your peace."
Mm-hmm.
And a cow in the background just goes, "Moo!"
Nice.
And everyone just erupted in laughter.
Nice. If that happened, and we went through with the marriage, I might have to go lactose intolerant, or just a no lactose diet, which would shoot me because I love cheese, as you can tell. Oh, the overhead shots at Camp Randall, that's beautiful. Rob Stone wore in a tie very similar to your St. Joe's prep tie.
Kinda, yeah.
Well, Boston College beats Missouri. Oh, that's a monster.
My fantasy team is screwed. Christian McCaffrey's on the injured reserve until mid-October.
1st and 10, just inside midfield for Wisconsin.
We're on it.
Stutter stepping.
Good or on.
Okay, about 6.
We take that.
And you have time. You don't need to go crazy rush. You only gave him 5. But you're starting to tick, 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 tick. But you have all 3 timeouts, so it's not so worrisome.
Yeah, LSU now down 10. It's 17-7 with 6:38 to
Wow.
go there. So just keep an eye on that.
But you got to use your clock better, guys. You got to use the clock, Wisconsin.
Yep.
You're taking too long. Ooh, sidearm delivery. First down.
Let's go, Badgers.
35-yard line.
Will Pauling there.
Interesting sidearm toss.
He's gotta be like Patrick Mahomes.
No. It's got to be like whatever you got to do to throw the football.
Money. This is the next great quarterback in the NFL.
We can dream.
They got a lock.
Oh, dropped. Though I think that was also a great play by an Alabama defensive back to
That's the
cause a deflection. The good news is the clock stops with a minute.
Yeah, that is good news. You got to start thinking about airing it out end zone, right?
You're in field goal range, so you can. I think you'd have a better shot at the end zone if you keep moving closer to it.
That's true.
Because you're only at the 34-yard line. Just get yards. You have timeouts. You can use a timeout here after a nice 8-yard gain.
Yeah.
You can use a timeout if you have to. And they're not. Come on. Yeah, they called timeout 3 seconds after the play was over. Those 3 seconds add up. Oh, you got an injury too.
Yeah, I think that's actually what the stoppage was a injury.
Okay.
Miller, is that? No, that's not Miller. That's another number.
That saves a timeout for Wisconsin. That's Rousseau. Looks like a left leg injury of some sort.
Oh, you just gotta hope it's just a cramp.
From Montgomery, Alabama.
I don't think it's cramp though, because they didn't immediately give him water.
Well, yes.
Ooh, he tripped over his own guy.
Oy.
That could not be. That doesn't look good.
Yeah, his foot was planted, and his own guy nailed him right at the bottom of his left knee.
No, I'm looking at how his foot turned.
Pretty.
I'm looking at how his. Oh.
That's what caused this injury.
Oh,
that's why his. Yeah, that's ugly. That's
his
ugly.
Foot completely bent.
The fact he can get any weight on it, and I don't think he's even putting any weight.
He's hobbling.
Yeah, he's like barely putting even a few ounces of weight on it with help. That's ugly.
That was disgusting.
Get healthy, dude. Get healthy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, literally, his foot went from this to this. Yeah. The way it bent.
Yeah. And yeah, he's not even trying to put any weight on it. And he's hopping not just out of having to hop, but that's how much it hurts. Yeah. He has to use the energy from the pain just to hop and get out.
Thoughts and prayers go out to him.
Big time, please.
As he gets some medical attention here.
Get healthy, dude. 3rd and 3.
Oh,
they're going end zone. Oh! Pauling beat a double team, and the ball was overthrown in the end zone.
And it was just overthrown by like a yard.
If that's placed perfectly, that's 7. I mean, just a great job on a double move to beat 2 defenders.
So what happens there is if you look at the way Pauling runs, he kind of at one point slowed a little bit just to be able to read the football, which is understandable. But if he doesn't slow there, Wisconsin's going to attempt 45 here.
Nope. Beautiful opportunity to waste.
And now the camp seems pretty quiet.
Because Milroe can move that team down the field for a touchdown in 36 seconds, and they get the ball back.
Yeah.
Wisconsin's in danger of going down 28-3 by the time you get to 10 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Wisconsin had to score on this drive.
And that wasn't even close. It's kind of close by the end.
Yeah, this is getting close to blowout territory now. We're getting in danger of that. Wisconsin's defense has to make 2 massive stops. I don't know if they've got it in them.
Get to him.
Wide open. Oh, CJ, it's sad.
I see, Jay.
It's sad. 27 seconds. 1st and 10. Bama on a bomb with an uncovered receiver. I mean, you can't do that. You can't allow that.
No, you can't.
And they're 26 yards away from Pater. Oh, man.
Get to him. He's going to air
Air
it
it
out
out again.
again.
Open receiver.
Touchdown.
Jeremy Bernard. Ooh. It's getting ugly. This is getting ugly. And this is the kind of a game that can set back the perception of the Wisconsin program for, frankly, years.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean Wisconsin can't improve and get better quickly. But unless you get a kind of a statement win to counteract a loss like this, people are going to think that Wisconsin is not a top flight program.
Yeah.
Because you get so far, as of the first half on the scoreboard, boat race like this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like Wisconsin has been performing horribly. But Alabama is the type of a team where unless you play perfectly and you make one mistake, one mental mistake, they're going to beat you. And they're going to beat you bad.
Yeah.
And by the way, that touchdown would be a score in the pros because he got his second foot in. Not like he needed to, but he did. And it's where, again, I have the opinion that all football should use the same rules.
Yeah.
Okay, CJ. Can you remind us why you have a beef with the Mountaineers?
I don't. If you're Wisconsin, you better get a stop to start the half.
Oh, it's now mandatory.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, I don't think they can allow them to score another touchdown, maybe even another point. And I was also even thinking on that kickoff return, you may need to run that to the house.
Yeah.
But now, please, Wisconsin, go for the jugular. We don't just kneel down. Get the big play. You got 12 seconds. Get something. Just get something. I mean, this reminds me of pre-Barry Alvarez days when a team would come into Madison and just boat race and demolish Wisconsin because their football program was so bad. Oh, don't just run the football.
And the program isn't terrible. It's just that Bama is the number 4 team in the country.
Right.
Wisconsin has a good program.
Why
they're not great? Because no one does that. No one airs the football out at the end. It's not common protocol in football.
You lose an opportunity.
It's a football problem, not a Badger problem.
Yeah, I agree. But you lose an opportunity.
Talk to Roger Goodell. Talk to Charlie Baker. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, talk to the coaches. The chances of you scoring, as minuscule as they're going to be, are greater than the chances of you allowing a turnover and a touchdown by the other team.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up in grade school with the Wisconsin Badgers just being a pathetic program. I mean, they had some good years with Dave McClain in the 1980s, where they made a couple of bowl games, but they couldn't compete normally against top flight competition. They didn't have the resources, and they didn't have the coaching. They just didn't. And Wisconsin, you can't make mistakes in a game like this. And they've made some mental errors. They had 2 mental errors in that defensive drive, and it led to 2 big plays that could have been stops. Two big plays. Okay, CJ. Let me get the context here. Someone tweets a picture of 9/11 attacks and makes it look like the plane crashed into a Pittsburgh building and calls it 9/14? Okay. I am a fan of the West Virginia Mountaineers by marriage. Love the Mountaineers for that reason. If you are a West Virginia fan, I think what we need to do is call whoever the dude is out who tweeted that picture and call them out. I mean, if I am a West Virginia fan, I absolutely call that guy out because you have no business doing it. If it was a child, then send a message more diplomatically and saying maybe this is more than anything, this is just hurtful. You don't overshame them. You don't demean or dehumanize them. But that's good. That's good, CJ. That's very good. Very good that there are West Virginia fans who actually call them out. I appreciate that. That's good. I don't live on Twitter anymore. I moved to Threads, and I gave up a big audience. I had about nearly 5,000 followers, but I just got sick of the atmosphere there. And dancing Mark Ingram. But yeah, I don't blame someone for feeling the way you're feeling, CJ, after that. That's just bad.
What's going on?
Apparently, a West Virginia fan tweeted a picture of 9/11.
Okay.
And according to CJ, made it look like the plane crashed into a Pittsburgh building and called it 9/14.
All right. See, that's just messed up.
That's classless.
There are people from every fan base are going to be like that. It's part of the. Not saying it makes it right.
CJ, I'll put it this way. Number one, I actually have good college friends from Marquette whose kids go to Pitt. It's an outstanding academic institution, and it's the right place for them. We will be very clearly angry at their laundry, like I would be angry at any Pitt fans' laundry. And even angry would be overstated. We're just having fun with it. But if you're with us, we are making sure you have a good time and that you're respected. You're respected as a dang human being. That's how we operate. We're not like Philadelphia Eagles fans, or at least the portion of the Philadelphia Eagles fan base who will dehumanize you and how they treat you. And I don't even want to stereotype Eagles fans because there are many great ones who don't act like that. They're visceral, but they don't act in hate. So, yeah. Whoever that individual is, do better. Do better. If we're sitting with Pitt fans, we're giving their clothing crap. We're giving their rooting interest crap, but not the person. Not the person. Yeah, that injury to Van Dyke, I think, changed this game as well. The last time I saw Bama go up against a backup quarterback was, I want to say, the 2010 or 2009 national championship game. Mm-hmm. Bama versus Texas.
Oh, yeah, that was a crazy game.
And Colt McCoy was the Texas backup quarterback.
Really?
He had not seen any action all year long. And he quarterbacks Texas from a ridiculous deficit to actually make the end of the game competitive.
Wow.
That's a 1 in 100 situation against a great team like Bama. What do we got?
I left over my sandwich yesterday.
Ah, nice. Nice. Yeah, our cheesesteaks were really good. They're not Angelo's. They're not John's roast pork, which I haven't had yet here in Philly. We have to release a cheesesteak video. We should go to John's roast pork, go to Angelo's, do the reviews, add it to all the other cheesesteak spots we've done, and do a cheesesteak release video. We should do a chicken video because we've got a lot of chicken spots here in Philly. Thank you, CJ. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. We appreciate being seen as we try and be, both better and bet. And I mean that both in the vernacular term bet and in the lyrics of the classic Who song, you better, you better, you bet. If you don't know it, go look it up. Great song from like the early 80s. Okay, can we identify all the colleges on this mad crazy? Oh, they got the screaming goats. Coca-Cola's got the screaming goat. I love it. The Celine Dion screaming goat on their commercial. I actually had Coke Zero for the first time last night. Not bad.
Okay.
Not bad.
I don't drink soda.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't know.
Today, my drink of choice is water.
Cheers to that. Later, I might have some apple cider.
And caramel macchiato mocha. Iced.
I have water, and more water.
My wake-up juice. Ooh. FSU, LSU, Missouri, what's going on? Paying attention for upsets?
Yes, we should.
Absolutely.
Let me pull out my phone to grab those scores for everyone.
While you're doing that, I want to give some non-politics criticism to the White House social media channels who shared live video and saved live video of the appearance of the South Carolina Gamecocks women's basketball team with President Joe Biden and called them on the video USC. Technically, they're USC, but the only people in South Carolina will call them USC.
Yeah.
Just call them South Carolina.
Okay, so South Carolina up 24-10 over LSU. Memphis up 13-3 on Florida State. Louisiana Tech up 17-6 on NC State.
Ooh.
Boston College up 14-3 on Missouri.
Love it. Jesuits.
And that's number 6 ranked Missouri.
I know. In a matchup, one of the few matchups of the only matchup of top 25 teams.
Yeah. Michigan, by the way, up 21-3 over Arkansas State. Illinois up 13-6 on Central Michigan. Cincinnati up 10-3 on Miami, Ohio. But heading into the half, Texas Tech is up 52-7 on North Texas.
Woof! Woo! CJ, what is wrong with North Philly's own Dawn Staley?
Dawn Staley, legend.
Love Dawn Staley. She's awesome.
And also, by the way, the biggest margin of victory of the year belonged to Ole Miss at 76. Mm-hmm. That was broken Thursday night as South Alabama beat Northwestern State 87-10.
Not Northwestern State.
Yes.
Still, 87-10. That's like a Big East basketball team taking on a squad from Division II college or high school basketball in Wisconsin. Now, former Badger Braylon Allen tweeting out, I see what y'all were saying about the 17-year-old stuff now.
Yeah.
with how good that wideout is.
Yeah.
Yes, amazing.
And by the way, last night, number 14 ranked Kansas State won 31-7 over number 20 ranked Arizona, and and also 23-20 UNLV beat Kansas last night.
Now, I would love to see, as a Jesuitly educated Catholic, we're watching video here of some first half highlights of Boston College, Missouri.
Threw a dime there.
I would love to see Boston College get so big of a program that they have to play their home games at Gillette Stadium.
It's kind of far.
They've done it before.
It's kind of far, but yeah.
They did it before when they had some big
block
punt.
punts.
That explains it.
That's what put them up.
So Don Staley was just doing her job. Try and coach your team to win.
That's all. Good. Like, I
got no
Caitlin
problem
Clark.
with Caitlin Clark.
She's
None.
good at basketball.
But there's Don Staley on the screen right there.
Yes.
Right on the sidelines. I would also trust Dawn Staley with my NBA team.
Yeah, she's respected enough.
She is that respected, yes. That I would trust her with an NBA franchise.
Yeah.
And they could win. They could win titles.
So from Boston College to Gillette Stadium, it is a 39-minute drive. So that's not too bad.
Not horrible.
Now, it means that there would be significantly less students there.
True. You'd have to have a mass.
It would be a Rose Bowl type of deal where no one shows up.
You'd have to have mass movements.
That's the issue, is no one would ever show up.
Well, I'm joking, but of course. I think I would be a little bit less vociferous in my defense if I wasn't living in Philadelphia. But genuinely,
you can coach an NBA thing.
She is that good of a coach in a general sense, and is that good of a culture builder.
Yeah.
For a team. There were mistakes that, let's just say, some of her players made in terms of acting up too much at the SEC tournament last year. And
that was on both sides.
Right. It was both sides, but I think Staley handled the situation well and tried to get her team back into here's what you do.
Oh, Memphis. What a time to take their 10-0 lead, now 13-3, as I mentioned.
Yep.
Over 0-2 Florida State, trying to make them 0-3.
Oh, now we're seeing the
Marshall, Ohio. What a game! That's going to be so entertaining.
B to the L to the O to the W to the out.
Yep.
As I can't stand saying that because it's my mother-in-law's alma mater.
Who else is playing next week? Please tell me there's a good game on next week. Kansas plays West Virginia at noon.
Okay.
NC State plays Clemson at noon.
I'm also looking up, and I'm going to tell you the story of
USC plays Michigan at the Big House at 3:30 on CBS. How did Fox take Ohio State Marshall over USC Michigan?
Who's got USC Michigan?
CBS at 3:30.
Maybe they gave them that game as a as part of a rotation of like what you suggested, that they gave CBS the prime game.
Which is what it should be.
Maybe they did. Maybe they gave that.
The big game of the week looks like it's going to be Tennessee at Oklahoma at 7:30 on ABC next week.
God rest the soul of James Earl Jones.
Yes.
And Philly soul singer Frankie Beverly. Talking Marshall. September 2008, I am doing a morning sports report for WTMJ Radio. My mother-in-law is in town. And at the end of every final sportscast of the day that I do, before we get into Badgers coverage, I give a score prediction of the game. And And so I decided to give the listeners a little bit of a tribute to my mother-in-law and how she's been there for our family in so many ways, amazing ways, and was a great model for our family. And I ended it with, I love you. Wisconsin 52, Marshall 14. Something like that.
Yeah.
That level of blowout.
Okay, we have
Just finish.
Sorry.
The final score of that game, Wisconsin 51, Marshall 14.
We have some soccer news.
Ooh.
Mauricio Pochettino met with some MLS team owners last night and today to talk about player development and other matters. The Philadelphia Union of the MLS.
Ooh, the bleep is Pochettino.
The Union's Jay Sugarman and Richard.
Ooh, the bleep is Pochettino. He's now the U.S. coach.
Can I go now?
Oh, having fun.
The Union's Jay Sugarman and Richard Labotovich, I think that's how you say it, were among the attendees. Obviously, Kevin Sullivan, the 14-year-old MLS player from the Union, who's only like 30-something days older than me. It looks like Ron Dane is in attendance.
Excellent. Oh, Ron Dane was in attendance at the Pochettino meetings?
No,
I know. I'm just being silly. Touchdown, Mizzou, which again has one of the great journalism programs in America.
Yeah. So let me go back to the current scoreboard and keep a kind of tabs on this. South Carolina leading 24-16 right now.
Mm-hmm.
And 14-12, Boston College leads Mizzou.
I'm just looking up a particular. Oh, I think it was just that song was just an adjustment to "Who the Bleep is Man United." Who the Bleep is Man United. I'll stop. Well, resetting things you see in the score as we head towards the third quarter. Okay. Can you coach me real quick on how to change the scoreboard again?
Oh, okay. So go to
that.
No, go other tab.
Other tab. Okay.
Okay. Now.
This is live teaching here, folks.
Now you hit the 21. Click the 21.
But aren't going to the third quarter score?
Click the 21. Just.
Okay.
Okay. Now, just Control C it.
Control C.
Okay. Now go to the other. Get rid of the 0. And then do the same thing for the Badgers.
Okay.
You did it! Now you gotta go to this tab.
Okay.
And now just go to this side and just click. And now go back to.
I did it!
Good job.
I'm not completely technology challenged. Now the question is, can I remember that whenever you need me to do that?
Probably not.
No, I'm not going to remember it every time. But I'm going to try and get better at it.
Yeah.
So now for Wisconsin to pull off, in the context of the talent of who they're playing, the greatest comeback in the history of University of Wisconsin football, they have to make this stop on this drive.
As Kevin Garnett said, anything is possible.
Oh, I agree with that. I ain't betting the house on it.
I would agree with that.
Kickoff from Wisconsin. And that lands in Tomah, Wisconsin, home of a great military base.
Yeah.
All right. You assume your second team FSU fans are saying we want Brock and bench DJU.
Uyunglele.
He is mediocre.
Former Clemson quarterback, then transferred to Oregon State, now at Florida State.
I'll let you pronounce that name. Thank you.
DJ Uyunglele.
Uyunglele?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
That's how I say it. I don't think that's right, but
Strong vest game by Luke Fickle on a 75-degree day. I would not be wearing a vest on a 75-degree day, especially a black vest. Milrow loads of time. Goes across his body, wide open, running in space.
If you're the guy who's like right in front of him, I would just go out full out, just hug him to the ground.
Here's your problem. Wisconsin's had the football for more plays, but Alabama's ability to make the big play is what's destroying them. And that is because often of Wisconsin mental mistakes.
Tackle.
Young team.
Tackle. It's not that hard. Just push the guy out of
Yes,
bounds.
it is hard. We think that they're that close, but they're not really as close to the sideline.
And Tyler Van Dyke.
Oh, he's putting
He has crutches on.
He has a leg-long knee brace on. No weight being borne on it. This is a major injury.
Yeah.
Now, very frankly, not a first down, but
Clutch.
3rd and inches.
All right, stuff him here.
If I'm Wisconsin, I wonder if a winning season is in the cards. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it's going to be hard. Yep, Milrow to the 32. Fumble!
Was he down?
But was he down? I'm guessing he was down. Oh, this is heartbreaking. Just heartbreaking. Oh, man. Yep, elbow already touched. He's down. Okay.
Come on, guys. We got to stop them.
At minimum, you have to hold them to 3.
Yeah. And that's not even good.
No, because it's still a 3-touchdown game. I don't know if you're scoring 3 touchdowns at a half against this Bama defense. I don't know if there's a team in the country that can score 3 touchdowns and a half against that Bama defense. Yeah. And they're going to have to score 4 touchdowns against them because Alabama's Miller just ran the thing into the end zone. Jam Miller.
$27-3.
Somewhere, Bear Bryant, and granted that Vince Lombardi never had a real deep connection to the University of Wisconsin, but somewhere Bear Bryant is laughing at Vince Lombardi.
Not really. But as you just said, Vince Lombardi, I don't think it cared one bit about the University of Wisconsin. He was worried about his business.
Yeah, unless he could get great players from Wisconsin, which he did with a couple of guys.
Yeah.
Not many. But, okay. Oh, bad words. Bad words. Bad words by Luke Fickle. Yeah, okay, maybe it's Bear Bryant going up to Hurt Cole.
Yeah. All right, I'll be right back.
This game's a dud, Daddy. I'm putting this in your hands. I'll be right back. Let's see. Other memories of Camp Randall that I can tell you, or of covering the Badgers in general. The last year that Wisconsin, or the last year that the Big Ten crowned a football champion without using a championship game to do it, was 2010. That was the last year that I traveled with the Badgers and covered their games on site. That was they clinched the title at Camp Randall Stadium. So I'm going to grab a score on that. It was one of those 2:30 kickoffs with the entire nation watching national TV, and Wisconsin clinched the Big Ten, beating Northwestern in the regular season finale, 70-27. 70. to 27. And I was stationed on the field because I was going to have to go grab as many interviews as I could for the postgame show for the Badgers radio broadcast. And normally they would be down in the locker room. Well, I'm like, they're going to rush the field, and the players aren't going to be able to get to the locker room in time. I may as well just try and get as many interviews as I can. So I just grab as many guys on the field as possible. And we're just sprinting to each guy as they're celebrating the Big Ten title, as 20,000 people are converging on us on the Camp Randall field because, yeah, they rushed the field. And the interview that I remember the most was James White, who was a freshman that year at Wisconsin. And we were walking up the northeast side tunnel towards the Badgers locker room, and I interviewed him. And he was just in awe of that moment. Little did he know that 6 years later, he'd be the guy to score the first overtime Super Bowl clinching touchdown in the history of the NFL when the Patriots came back from 28-3 to beat Atlanta. But I still remember just how electric that moment was. One of the most electric atmospheres I'd ever covered in my life. And I remember wearing my grandfather's coat, his overcoat that he probably wore to some Badgers games because he had season tickets back in like the 40s and the 50s. And that coat lasted 70, 80 years. I still got it. I could still wear it. First down run, Chaz Malusi. About a yard gain. 2nd and 9. So the Badgers have had some insanely good moments in the last 30 years. Before then, their program was sorry. They made a few Rose Bowls, never won it. All right, get Malusi out in space. Okay. First down run, 12 yards. Got blasted, but got back up. Okay. Now let's just see how well we can play. Let's not worry about the score. Let's just play well. Just play well. Be proud of how you came back and performed. It may feel like preseason for the Big Ten season. That's fine. That's fine. Up the gut run by Malusi. Okay. 12 yards. Bama's in a prevent mode a little bit because they know Wisconsin is trying to score a lot of points quickly. Malusi running back, getting a breather. Yakimelli in for the run. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with it. Oh, we had to bounce it back in order to get a running lane, but he got 8 yards. Where's this been? Oh, he looks hurt. He got clocked. He's dragging his right leg a little bit. Second and 3. Okay. Yeah, that made, I don't know if it's a concussion protocol or what. But he got slapped around with that hit. High snap. They're trying to pound for the first down. I don't think they got it. Yeah, they're about a foot short, it looks like. Now, as far as I'm concerned, Wisconsin's in 4-down territory the rest of the game. I do not want to see that field goal kicker come out once. Unless it's a tie game or it's a situation where it wins you the game with a field goal. I do not want to see you kick a field goal at all the rest of this game. Go for it. You have nothing to lose but the game, and you're already down 25. Go for it. Bad signal. Here we go. All right, they gave the first down. Gave him the first down, 7-yard gain, 2nd and 3 with Walker. Oh, Yellow Hankies. Come on, we cannot even think about making a comeback with Yellow Hankies. Of course, that phrase comes from the great Keith Jackson. Oh, look at the Yellow Hanky. But the dude had to commit holding because the nose tackle got such big penetration. Beating a double team, no less. That's just called having better players. Bama's just got better players. Credit to Wisconsin for only 2 penalties so far today. Disciplined game. Tip pass on first down. Defensive linemen and blitzers are always taught that when they know they can't get to the quarterback, and the quarterback gets the pass off, to leap like a volleyball player. That's what happened there with Overton. Second and a mile. Second and a mile. Play action. All right. Nice completion. And he got just demolished on the sideline. But he got the penalty back and then some. Nice. Still 28-3, but Wisconsin's actually moving. Tip pass that was caught. Ooh. Great concentration.
I'm so hungry, so I have a little bit of the other leftovers I have. Some
chicken fettuccine Alfredo.
Yeah.
The place called the Ridley House in the southwest suburbs of Philly we went to. Loads of time, but get rid of it. Get rid of it. He got rid of it, but it was incomplete. 3rd and 4. Go for it. Go for it. That's called great secondary play. Nobody open. All right, got to go for it. Somebody make a play. Somebody make a play. Timeout, Wisconsin. I think they were trying to draw Bama off sides. That's the thing. Bama knows that you've got to get the first down. They're not going to get drawn off sides there.
Yeah.
I imagine this game is going to end before we would have to start the West Virginia pit stream.
Yeah.
But just in case, would you want to end it early if we are bumping up against it?
It would depend on what the score is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming Bama's going to win this game handily.
Yeah.
If it's close, then yeah, we're sticking with us.
Yeah.
We're making executive decisions like networks make. When one game's coming and another is coming close. When we're in process of one game. It's frankly why if I'm a television network and I've got a college football triple header, part of me is tempted to say we're going to do games at noon, 3:45, and 7:30 instead of noon, 3:30, and 7, or noon, 4, and 8.
Not a bad idea.
The only problem is other games are kicking off earlier, and they may be exciting games where you might want to watch them because you're going to watch a close ending, and then they come back to you and they don't watch that much.
Yeah.
FSU 0-12. Ooh.
They're not going to go 0-12 this year.
No. I wouldn't worry about that.
I have to look at the rest of their schedule.
I would not be concerned, CJ.
Hold on. Let me pull out their schedule.
Okay. That's a few too many television sets for one house.
What was?
The beginning of this promo for your college football coverage.
And FSU is down 20-3 right now to Memphis.
We could do a triple header of our own tonight with a Brewers game. We'd have to.
Nah.
Yeah. Let's watch it for ourselves.
I think they'll win the Charleston Southern game.
RTR, by the way, on the megaphones of the Bama cheerleaders, I assume means Roll Tide Roll.
Yes. They're going to beat Charleston Southern. FSU will.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe they beat SMU. But other than that, I think they'll lose every game.
I think they'll beat Shmoo.
Nah, right now, ESPN's predicting SMU to win.
All right. 4th and 4.
Here
Going
we go.
for it. Or maybe not. Yep, going for it. Here we go.
You have to.
Yeah, it's a requirement.
Get it?
And was he inbounds when he crossed the red line? Yes. That's it's a dangerous play in the sense that usually you don't scheme a 4th down play where a pass is caught behind the 1st down marker. Oh, he made it. Barely.
Go.
And a little back running. All right, first down. Great job.
So here's what the Badgers need.
Great job, Paisan.
Let's say you get a touchdown here, right? Then force a 3 and out. If you can get down the field and get 2 touchdowns before the end of the 3rd quarter,
you got a chance.
And
another run.
They're gonna run it.
They're finding ability to run the football on the left side.
Let's say theoretically so you add. Now we're talking only an 11-point game, and jump around comes on.
That's winnable.
Yeah, right.
That's winnable.
I wouldn't predict it, but it's still. So you just got to get a score here to start that off. Not going to help there.
Yeah, keep running until they make you until they stop you, and they did there.
Yeah.
3rd and 1.
But you also don't want to use too much of the clock. You want to.
Yeah.
You want to see if you can get 2 possessions before the end of the score.
You don't have to get the ball in the end zone on this play. It would help.
Yeah.
It would help because you want to get as many at-bats with the football in your hands, if you will, bad football, baseball analogy, whatever, as you possibly can. You want to have as many shots with the football in your hands as you can.
Yeah.
All right. They got the first down.
If I was locked there, I would have faked the run and ran it into the end zone myself.
Happy Hodag. Welcome, number 1. Thank you.
What's up, Hodag?
I believe it actually still is 5. In fact, the Brewers themselves on their social media said it was 5. All right, Wisconsin. All right.
Yeah, 5 to the post. 5 games to the postseason. I don't know what the division magic number is, but postseason is 5.
Okay. Nice little 2-yard gain halfway to the end zone. 3 more shots at it. Okay.
I will tell you what the Brewers magic number is.
2nd and goal to 2. Don't want to use up too much clock here.
The Brewers magic number for both the wild card and the division is 5.
All right. Bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, that's just great penetration from the flanks by Alabama's defense.
So essentially, they need 3 wins and 2 Cubs losses.
Or 4-1 or 5-0, something
Yeah.
like that.
3 wins, 2 Cubs losses, and we clinched the division.
Wisconsin left the flanks unblocked because they were trying to focus up the middle
Yeah.
with their blocking scheme, and Bama just was too quick to the football.
So now 3rd and and a Bama guy down.
With that being the case, I'm going to go use the boys' room. Be right back.
Okay. 5:16 to go in the 3rd quarter as they take a timeout for an injury on the Alabama side. Madison, let's take a look around college football. It is a beautiful day for football, not only in Madison, but in a lot of places around the country. So let's take a look at the scores. Oklahoma State 35-0 over Tulsa. At the half now, it is South Carolina 24 over LSU 16 points. In the 3rd quarter, Michigan leads at 21-3 over Arkansas State. Illinois has expanded their lead over Central Michigan, now up 20-6 in the 3rd quarter. Memphis, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, up 20-3 over Florida State. NC State has come back and taken the lead over Louisiana Tech. They lead 20-17, but Louisiana Tech has the ball in the 3rd quarter. Cincinnati up 17-10 over Miami of Ohio. Texas Tech up 52-14 over North Texas with 9:09 to go in the 3rd. Missouri leads Boston College 17-14 at halftime. Buffalo up 10-0 on Massachusetts in the 2nd quarter. And in the 1st, it is Coastal Carolina 7, Temple 0. Later today, we will be live at 3:30 p.m. Eastern for the 107th edition of the Backyard Brawl at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh between the West Virginia Mountaineers and the Pittsburgh Panthers. Of course, also the artist formerly known as the Civil War, Oregon and Oregon State, face off in the first matchup they have played since their conference split. Other games of note, Oklahoma faces Tulane. Notre Dame goes to Purdue at 3:30. That's going to be an interesting one. A&M visits Florida at 3:30. Again, really interesting matchup. Another one to watch, the Apple Cup, Washington State at Washington.
That is like the earliest, or are you looking over in the November games?
No, I'm talking about this week. Both
Apple Cup in mid-September?
Yeah, same for Oregon State, Oregon, because they're not in the same conference anymore, so that's how they had to schedule it for this year.
I'd still schedule the last weekend.
Yeah.
I understand that it's non-conference now, but
it's just they didn't have enough. I don't think they could schedule it the time they had.
Vic Tube.
What's up? Go Dogs.
Our favorite drunk, obnoxious Georgia fan.
Not actually.
Not obnoxious, not drunk. 3rd and goal. Under center. Ooh, that's rare.
They run it.
Oh.
They get it to the 2.5.
They should have thrown the football more
I
on this
agree with
drive.
that.
They went to the well too often with a run.
Yep.
That's why championship teams need to be able to throw the football to get points on the scoreboard.
Yep.
And they just don't have it, especially with the backup quarterback today.
An interesting Power 5 blowout alert game later. Ole Miss at Wake Forest. I'm intrigued to see Ole Miss favored by 20.5 points as we go to 4th and goal here.
Yeah, they're going to throw it here. They have to.
Yep, here we go. This is do or die play.
There you
Touchdown!
go! Finally!
The Badgers
Finally!
get it to Will Pauling, and now
Right.
it is a 28-9
Do
game.
you go for 2 here?
You tell me.
Yes. You do it, it cuts to 17, which means 2 touchdowns and a field goal ties it.
They spent too much time on this drive.
Well, you just want to get points.
Yeah, because ideally you just scored another touchdown. Ideally, what I'm saying is Bama has the ball in a tough situation at the start of the 4th quarter.
Yeah. They're going to take the extra point here. I think they're delaying the unnecessary 2-point conversion until later on.
And they obviously
Yep,
hit the extra
28-10.
point. So it is down to an 18-point lead.
All right.
Yeah. And CJ, I don't know why you guys went for 2. I mean, I guess because you're down 20-3, so you could have made it 9. I don't know. That's odd. That is it kind of odd. Also, I mentioned that last night UNLV beat Kansas. Kansas paid UNLV $700,000
To get beat.
to get beat at Children's Mercy Park Stadium in Kansas City. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Children's
If I'm
Mercy.
That's again where if I'm a team,
That's just Children's Mercy Park. Okay.
if I'm a Power 4 conference team, and I set up one of those one and done deals and with a big payoff type of game,
Yeah.
I give the other university an option.
Yeah.
I say, okay, maybe you want $700,000. Here's what I'll offer you: $500,000, and if you win, we go to your place for a rematch.
In certain cases, in the case of UNLV, I would do that because they play at an NFL quality stadium, and Kansas fans can sell that place out, right?
Yeah.
Now Kansas fans might not, but generally you get the point,
Right.
right?
Kansas fans will fly to Las Vegas to watch their team.
Yeah. Also, I was wrong when I was talking about the WV uniform combos today. They're going to be wearing the white helmet with the WV logo and the state outline, the white jerseys with the text West Virginia, and blue pants.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I wish if they're going to go white, I would prefer an all white look.
Yeah,
That's just me.
I can see that, but having navy pants also differentiates you a bit better
Yeah.
because Pitt doesn't wear navy typically.
Yeah, Pitt will be wearing gold pants, though. Pitt will be wearing gold.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. I can check their Instagram to see what they announced their uniform's going to be. But Pitt Athletics. Yeah, Pitt's going to be wearing the classic.
At least
gold.
Wisconsin's showing they have a pulse.
Yeah.
It's most probably still going to be an Alabama multi-score win.
Yeah.
But at least we saw something out of it.
Yep. I'd agree with that.
I'm looking for whatever reasons for hope if I'm a Badgers fan that I possibly can in this game.
Yeah.
There's the best marching band in college football, the Wisconsin Badgers marching band, at least of any band outside of HBCUs.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Ohio State fans will contend theirs is the best.
The dotting of the I is pretty cool. I'll give them credit for that.
By far. Great tradition.
Yeah.
All right. 28-10, 4:26 left. So now, though, you need not just stops. You need maybe 2 out of 3 stops being 3 and outs.
Yep.
That's an insanely tall task against Alabama.
Yes, it is.
And it's so warm in Madison that both the play-by-play and color team on the game broadcast have gone just to the shirt and tie.
That's okay.
More importantly, they're both wearing pants.
Well, no, dog. They're professional.
1st and 10 of the 25 for Bama.
Sorry about him, guys.
Solo run, Milroe. He's behind the line of scrimmage, so that's why he thought about throwing. But he went for just 2 yards for a run.
Yes, he did. That is exactly what happened. That's incredible analysis. Life-changing, actually. As I just try to get quick graphics put together.
Three yards, actually. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 7, I should say. Again, Milroe with a keeper. Again, Wisconsin knows what he's doing. Limits the damage to 3 yards. 3rd and 4. Lowry with a stop. And a quick play call. Be ready, Wisconsin. Be ready. Know what's coming. Only
Get
a
to
three-man
him.
rush. Only a three-man rush.
Get to him.
And he's going to scramble himself and not
there
get a
you
first down.
go.
Great open field tackling.
4th and 5
Lowry.
now.
Beautiful.
And the Badger faithful are still.
You got the 3.5 that you absolutely had to have.
Yeah.
And that's called a coverage stop because they blanketed a great crew of Alabama receivers.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I really hope, I don't think it's going to happen, but if they can get a quick touchdown before the end of the quarter here.
Ooh, that'd be monstrous.
I want Bama to have the ball when jump around comes on. I want them to be rattled on offense with the ball because of the amount of noise that's going to be coming out of that place, just coming from jump around and the amount of energy that brings to the stadium. But I think the Badgers are going to have the ball with 2:34.
Here's the thing. Alabama has faced everything.
Sure they have.
Alabama has been in every crazy setting in college football that you could think of outside of jump around. That's not going to phase Bama. I doubt.
Sure.
But if there is something that can phase Bama in terms of crowd energy, it would be a comeback trajectoried Wisconsin football team.
Yeah.
With the jump around and 80,000 plus going off. Up. Is this delay a game? Is this delay a game? No, it's false start. Just as idiotic. You can't afford these mistakes.
I know.
And it's on lock. Oh my gosh, Lock. And it was on fumble.
And they fumble.
Fumble. And he feels like he knows that he gave it up. So this is not one that's going to be pulled back for replay. Yep, that's just called. Oh, wait a minute. When did the ball release? Was it after his butt was down? I don't know.
I think it might have been.
I don't know. Maybe I'm blind as a bat. Yeah, he seemed to be losing control when his butt hit the ground. But did he fully lose control?
Yeah.
I would challenge this. Although turnovers are all automatically reviewed. Missed open field tackle.
Yeah. I think this game is.
It's about to become history.
Yeah.
Okay, come on. Pick six. We need something like that.
I know, right?
We need a freaking pick six. And Milrose is intelligent enough not to commit that mistake. Wisconsin is smart using a spy to try and cut off Milrose running lanes.
Yeah.
All right, 3rd and 2. Pick six. Right here. Please. Please.
Fumble, something.
They're not going to throw it. He's just going to go in the end zone and put Wisconsin out of its misery.
Yup.
And there will be fans leaving to hit the Regent Street bars.
Mm-hmm.
About to be 35-10. This game is going to feel like 1987 against Ohio State or Michigan when they would come into Camp Randall and pound you by 5 touchdowns.
Yep.
Oh. Not good enough to commit mistakes like this, Wisconsin.
Around college football, meanwhile.
Yeah, Milroe's good. 3 straight games, 2 passing TDs plus, 2 rushing TDs plus in all 3 games.
South Carolina still leads LSU 24-16. As CJ said, FSU picks off Memphis. It is now 20-9. That'll be 20-10, assuming the extra, or rather, excuse me, be 20-9 plus 20-16, assuming the extra point. At the end of the third, NC State 20, Louisiana Tech 20.
They've come back, okay.
So that one's tied after NC State took back the lead. Missouri still up 17-14 on Boston College. If anything, someone needs to explain to me why that game wasn't the game of the week.
True.
And it's on SEC Network. It's not even on an ESPN main network. Like, that should have been the college game day. It was Columbia, Missouri.
I think, no, we're not going to have the mass exodus yet. Because the fans are going to stay for the jump around. They're going to stay for the jump around, and then they're going to leave.
Yeah, probably.
Which is unfortunate. I will be staying the whole game.
That's just what you do.
Yep. Wow. 28 touches. 234 yards, 4 touchdowns for Milroe. That's combining running and passing. Good throw. Okay. Down the sideline. Oh, he's out of bounds.
Okay.
Good first down gain. Okay. Where did he step out? Makes the catch at the 35. Looks like he was out around the 40. 45. 44-yard line. 43, actually. Play action.
Going deep.
Oh, another overthrow. 2 overthrows cost the Badgers 14 points. You got what you got when you got a backup college quarterback. And remember, this is college. This is not the pros.
Yeah.
They're adults by definition, but they're still quote unquote kids.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bonk lock over the head about it.
I agree with that.
But it still needs to be said. Mm-hmm. Complete those 2 passes. It's 35-24.
Yeah.
Don't commit those 2 turnovers. It's 24-21 Badgers.
Yep.
4 plays so far have made this difference. And maybe it might be 28-24 Bama, but because they may have responded with a score. But it's the little things.
That's just how football is. It's just a couple plays can change the game.
And we're about to run out the clock in the third quarter. So let me see if I can actually do this right.
Go there. Now you got to copy and paste the scores to the fourth.
Copy.
Oh, look at you getting all fancy.
All right, we hit that button. You're not doing it. What are you to do? Figure this out. Okay. Well, that didn't work.
There.
Okay, and get this. I did it again!
Good job.
I did it again!
Good job.
You know how we should celebrate with that? Bum, bum,
We'll
bum.
see it in a second on Fox.
Okay. Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait. Political ads.
I just want to watch football.
It's an election year. We're gonna get it,
I know.
and we'll get it every even year too, because you get Senate and congressional races.
Well, every year with congressional races. It's not as crazy.
Yeah, well, not the odd years.
No, I mean like local. You'll get some local.
Here and there. Here and there. Someone spreading peanut butter on a piece of bread during an ad. Someone pumping gas during an ad. Someone showing a white-haired dude with a red tie during an ad. Yes. This is a situation where if I'm not, I think with the way the broadcast is set up, at the end of the third quarter, it's always a local break. So they're going to give the local stations the ad time. But if that wasn't set up and you didn't sell all the ads, I'd be staying with the jump around the whole way.
Yeah.
To show just how cool it is. Not a sponsor, the Hyundai Tucson.
Hyundai?
It's that the actual pronunciation in Korea is Hyundai.
Oh, I say Hyundai.
We Americanized it. Yep. All right. They're showcasing the student section. They're doing the jump around. I'll stop because I don't want to destroy everything. There's especially nothing good when the Badgers are down 25 points. Awesome.
Not the most alive jump around we've ever seen.
I mean, yeah, it's a day game. You're down 25 points, but Bama's getting into it. Okay, they're appreciating it. They're giving the Badger student section some love. They're giving respect. Now they're getting active themselves. Okay. They're like, yeah, we're beating the pants off you, but we respect you. That's cool. Okay.
No, it's just a good song.
Yeah. It's a great song. All right. So far, all these student section T-shirts appear to be, and the Bama fans also got involved. Very cool.
Of course.
They get it. They get it. That's cool. So far, the student section T-shirts that I saw were all clean, which I appreciate.
Good.
2nd and 14, 15 minutes left of this bloodletting so far, and a blitz coming and a fumble. And a Wisconsin lineman falls on it, but it's going to be third in the distance from Madison to Lake Geneva.
Great. Just great.
Just because Bama's got better athletes. That simple. And the dude swiped the football while being held. So it could be even 10 more yards if they didn't call on it. Yeah, 3rd and 25. Okay, good gain on. Should have given more on the spot of the foul, on the spot of the tackle. But it's going to be 4th down and punting time.
I would have gone for it there.
Yeah. Dude named with the last name of Latham.
Fake it.
No, they're not going to do that.
Why not? It'll be fun.
There's a lot of people from Alabama that have the last name of Latham. One of your mommy's college friends is from Bama. Has the last name of Latham. So.
I'll be right back. I need to
get
this Instagram story up for our next stream.
I don't know if you want to check to see if Mommy wants to join us for when we go live on Sorgy Stories on a different broadcast for when we do a live stream of our immediate thoughts on West Virginia Pitt, the backyard brawl coming up from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. I know it has a new name. It's Heinz Field, just like Miller Park in Milwaukee. You can't not call it Heinz Field unless you're an actual contracted broadcaster of the game and you have to call it by its official name. But it's such a non-Pittsburghian type of name. I don't even want to call it that. I don't even know what it is. It's just going to be Heinz Field. It'll be interesting when they come back to see if the exodus has already left Camp Randall Stadium as fans sort of empty it and head to the dorms, head to the party houses, head to all the State Street and Regent Street bars. State Street Brats is one of the great ones. Right on State, fantastic brats. Almost as good as at Miller Park. But Miller Park's bratwurst with the secret stadium sauce, warm sauerkraut, best stadium food I've ever had in my life. Am I biased? Yes, because it's a taste of home. But it's awesome. It is awesome. And Reggie Bush looked like he just stepped out of Lambeau Field after being dunked with Gatorade at Lambeau. Oh! I did not know that the actual Elephants mascot for Alabama is called Big Al. Makes total sense. I applaud most of the student section who decided to wear white t-shirts. A few still sprinkled red, might not have gotten the memo. And also a lot of Wisconsin students who wear the great tradition of the heavy vertical striped overalls that are cardinal red and white. That's never going to change in Madison. First down and 10 for Bama at the 47-yard line. 46, really. A run up the gut into Wisconsin territory at the Badgers 46.5. And they want to put up more points. They want to send a message to the SEC. Look what we did going into a Big Ten school and just demolishing them. First down run to the 38 3/4, 39. I mean, if Bama can put up a 50 spot in Madison, that might send a message, especially for ranking. I think they're now playing this game not for competition against Wisconsin, but they're trying to send a message to the nation's voters. Rank us higher. Great penetration by the Badgers up the middle to force just a half a yard gain. We got an injured running back here. Hurt right leg. And the Bama trainer sprinting out. Let me take a break on the broadcast. And they immediately show breakfast buffet bars. All right, what are your feelings on the best hotel buffets that you've ever had? I want to give credit, and I forget the name of the place, but it was a hotel in Connecticut that we stayed at back in May when we traveled to see the Brewers play the Red Sox at Fenway. Really good hotel breakfast buffets. So usually for one of those, you want to target a 3.5 star type of hotel. Most advertising will now showcase whether they have a breakfast buffet that's included. You're not typically going to find your great hotels in the downtown of a city that do that. We also had that at our hotel in Boston, which was 3.5, 4 stars, right on Revere Beach. $350 a night, but it had a free buffet, which was really good. And I highly recommend the hotel. Again, I'm going to have to go back and check the name, but sorry that it's not at the top of my head. But yeah, always a fan of breakfast buffets with good hotels. But I want to say that for our baseball trips, the best hotel we ever stayed at was the William Penn Hotel in Pittsburgh. Walking distance, long walking distance, but walking distance from PNC Park. And it's a 4.5-star hotel. We hotwired it for $140 a night 3 years ago. Probably more expensive now thanks to inflation. But outstanding experience. Every president since Teddy Roosevelt has stayed there. This is called filler. This is called filler as we're waiting for an update on this injury. But yeah, I really recommend that hotel. If you're ever in Pittsburgh to see a game at PNC, which is the most picturesque stadium we've been to for baseball. I'll take Fenway over it because Fenway and the experience of going into a baseball time machine and the tradition of the place. But yeah, best view in baseball is the upper deck at PNC. All right. Any updates on the injury? No, because they're showing the backside of Camp Randall Stadium. And a whole bunch of fans who are already leaving. The student section is at most a third full. They stayed for the jump around and they immediately walked out because they know the Badgers are getting boat raced. And a flag on 2nd and 9. And we've lost our signal again. False start. 2nd and 14. So the Badgers basically have to score 4 consecutive touchdowns and get onside kicks 3 consecutive times. Ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen anytime soon. Change of play. Bunch of whistles. Alabama timeout because they don't know what they're doing. It's kind of a timeout that if you're Nick Saban coaching Alabama and you're up 25 points in the fourth quarter, you scream, rant, and rave about because you're Nick Saban. But that's because he demands perfect execution on every play. Because doing that is how you become a championship team when you're playing top-like competition like Georgia on September 28th, Tennessee on October 19th, Missouri on October 26th. All 3 of those games in 5 weeks, 3 games, 5 weeks against top 5 teams. Top 10 teams, I'm sorry about that. 2nd and 14.
Finally back. That took longer than I wanted to.
And going to throw the football going deep. Incomplete.
Fun fact, folks. Instagram stories are kind of hard to make sometimes. Because when you click one wrong thing, then you have to restart the whole 5-minute process.
Yep. Let's see what it looks like. It's
not that complicated.
Did you tag me?
Yeah, of course I tagged you.
I'll look at it. Okay.
In the story, it doesn't look like I tagged you. That one I posted while we were on. While I was here. I tagged you, but I hid the @Sorgy stories where I tagged you into the West Virginia box. Yeah.
And the link actually will go to where we are broadcasting live, correct?
Yes, it goes to the next stream.
So now how do I make this mine?
You hit add to your story.
Well, I get that, but if I do add to your story, the link doesn't carry over. I have to relink it.
Oh, well, then go to the.
I'll do it.
All right, then go to how do you link stuff.
I will do that.
And I will also go ahead for everyone here watching and put the link to our stream that starts in 29 minutes.
And it's not letting me add the link.
Hit this button.
Oh, there it is.
Hit the link.
Okay, now I got it. And I'll have to add the music. Oh, you already had music. Okay, never mind.
Music should already be set there.
Okay, done. I'll be right back myself.
Okay, hold on. Awesome. So I make a quick adjustment here as I figure out how to do this. View channel, live. To the three of you, appreciate y'all sticking around with us here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon for football. As we are at a break in Madison. We're going to pin this comment. And then we're also here. View on YouTube. Make sure our sound's all the way down, which I think it is. Yes, it is. Right there, as you can see, WV Pit stream length. We will be live on at 3. We'll be live at 3:25 Eastern, 2:25 Central this afternoon for the 107th Backyard Brawl at Acrisure Stadium in beautiful Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Around college football, it is 24-22. South Carolina leading LSU, who does have the ball right now, deep in South Carolina territory. Memphis leads Florida State 20-12. NC State up 29-20 over Louisiana Tech. Missouri leads Boston 24-14 with 5:10 to go in the third, but Boston College does have the ball. And that's about it for the big scores. Michigan winning by 18 over Arkansas State. Oklahoma State winning by 45 over Tulsa. And the score right now in Lubbock is a big-time blowout. 66-17, I think I saw right now. The lead for A&M, or not A&M, Texas Tech over North Texas. It's Heinz Field. I prefer to call it Heinz Field, but for the sake of the thing, I'm calling it Acrisure Stadium. It's Heinz Field, but it's the ketchup bottle. It's the ketchup bottle. Call it what you want. I'm calling it by its name, but at some point during the stream, I'll probably call it Heinz Field. I'll use both. Very interchangeable terms. I'll put it that way. Because I'm going to try to customize this quickly while we're live here. 3rd and 3 lock. Looks to pass and intercepted, but dropped. Incomplete. 4th and 3. Save. Awesome. Wisconsin punts it. And Bama will return it all the way out to the 40 to the 35 of the Badgers. Sad. Very sad. Very, very sad. 10:13 to go. If somehow this runs over into our WVU stream, then we're going to end this probably and just go to the WVU stream because that's the better stream, obviously. Yeah. Milrow throws deep, touchdown Bama. They lead at 41-10. Josh Cuevas, the tight end, gets in the end zone. It is a beatdown in Madison. Of course, Tyler Van Dyke, by the way, the Wisconsin quarterback, injured early, and the student section is empty because it has not been pretty, to say the least. It has not at all been pretty. Distraught Badgers fans in the crowd as Bama leads 42-10. Oh, is he the kicker? I'm confused. Is he the kicker or the tight end? I don't know. I haven't figured it out. Okay, so okay, here we go. The Tide to kick off with 10:05 to go. Of course, as we're seeing there, Ron Dane honored before the game today. Barry Alvarez on the field with him. Ron Dane, one of the greatest, if not the greatest Badger of all time. Block here with the ball, 10:05 to go. They run it for about 2 yards. As I'm just kind of now keeping, I have the South Carolina game, LSU game right here in front of me, just below the camera here. So showing, yeah, Ron Dane, 7,125 career rushing yards for Wisconsin. Incredible stat. Wish the Badgers could have that many yards generally today, or the equivalent of that in one game. Whatever that percentage works out to.
Oh, the guys from the South added another touchdown there.
Yup.
Oh, this is getting sad.
Mm-hmm. I just have the South Carolina LSU game. Just to see what's
Oh,
going on. there.
I said while you were gone, I think Bama's trying to put up a 50 spot here. Not to do anything to the Badgers, but to send a message to the rest of the country that they belong as a top-ranked level team, especially going into that game against Georgia in 2 weeks.
That's going to be a monster game.
Oh.
I'm incredibly excited for that.
Is that going to be I would imagine it'd be a primetime game.
Yeah, it's going to be primetime ABC. Next week, primetime is going to be Tennessee, Oklahoma,
That's so crazy.
which is a top 15 matchup. Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's right.
The Badgers in a couple years. I forgot about that. Awesome. And then ELS in the house. What's up?
Punt goes down to the 11-yard line of Bama.
Yep.
Oh.
As by the way, South Carolina wearing black unis today in the southern heat. At night, I would get that.
I don't know if I would ever call Brett Bielema a legend, though he did win Wisconsin 3 Big Ten titles. I got to know him. Good guy. But I wouldn't call him a legend.
Yep. Rough one.
They didn't win any of the Rose Bowls that they played in with Brett. The first one was they underrated and underestimated TCU. The second one was just Oregon being ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then the third, when Brett left as Benedict Arnold to go to Arkansas, and Barry coached, and he just couldn't get the job done. Barry Alvarez.
I didn't know that Barry coached again.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
He filled in twice.
Wow.
Losing once, winning once.
Okay.
In those bowl games. Best pizza shop in Madison. Let me go back to my old research. Glass Nickel Pizza is a Madison area chain that's very good. At least they were when I was doing Badgers pregame and stayed overnight sometimes at some hotels in Madison before early morning coverage would begin at 6 in the morning. If you're up in the Sun Prairie area, I recommend, what's the name of that place? Salvatore's Tomato Pie.
Salvatore's, yeah.
Sun Prairie is northeast of Madison, in an area where there's a lot of hotels, so a lot of people stay there.
South Carolina is going to take it to that house for a touchdown.
They take the lead.
Wow.
Halfway through the fourth quarter, Bama's got it 1st and 10 at the 26, and they get stopped for a loss. Okay.
Raheem Sanders just ran 66 yards, and they're going to – and, oh, wow, Shane Beamer's calling for 2 here.
Well, that makes sense. Make it a 3-point lead.
Yeah. Of course, Shane Beamer, the son of
Frank.
Yep.
Recommendation for you.
Oh, there's a Salvatore in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
I don't know if it's the same family. There are a lot of Italians named Salvatore. So it would be worth looking up to see if it is the same.
Oh, good open field tackle.
But legendary pizza place, Talkers Pit on State Street in Madison, Ian's Pizza.
Heard about that place.
We've been to the one in Milwaukee, which is really good.
Oh, yeah. Where is that?
North Avenue, right by Prospect Avenue.
Okay.
That area. So I definitely recommend Ian's.
I know you're talking about now, yeah.
Where else? Yeah, those are the ones that I know of. There are others that are well ranked. Those are the ones I can tell you about. Oh, great. Good pick. First down, Bama, 39-yard line. But I recommend Ian's.
Other food in
Madison?
Yeah. Obviously, you were talking about the sandwich place earlier.
Let's see. Other food in Madison. Let me look up the sandwich place real quick.
The cheese curd spots around the Capitol, that's the place to be for those.
Oh, we should link in the cheese curd video.
Just go on our channel. When you see the search bar, just look up Madison and you'll find it. Okay, way to get him out of bounds. Chip time off the
move?
clock. Tick, 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 tick.
That's it. Fraboni's Deli on Regent Street in Madison.
Tick, 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 tick.
Here, I will find that video and I will link it myself.
Okay.
All right, let's
And
find
Raheem
this here.
Sanders there in that LSU South Carolina game, he just broke free on the left side of the field and took it to the house. As Bama has the backup quarterback in.
That's his happy play.
South Carolina didn't get the 2, so it is 30-29. South Carolina leads LSU.
Okay. Yep, here it is. Wisconsin Capitol cheese curd crawl. Do a live video.
First down, Bama.
Okay. Trying to figure out how we go into our own videos to do a link through here.
Okay, so here's what you do.
Teaching Daddy again.
You don't go there. Good, you gotta go to your channel.
Oh, right there. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay. Taka's Pit. Cheese curds.
And a lot of those places are bars too.
This is a cheese curd tour of Madison. Yes, this was shot 4 years ago during the pandemic. But with everything I know, those places are still there, and they are still world-class cheese curds. So I recommend it.
Yep. Okay, 3:36 to go here. Packers fans hope it.
Love it. Love it.
Okay, here we go.
2nd and 10, 50-yard line. Backups are in for Bama. A little bit of a
Yep, go
spin
Pack
move
go.
and
I'm not expecting
pure game.
I'm not expecting a win tomorrow, but a win would be
Hopefully.
nice.
Hopeful. I think Malik Willis is going to come into this game with a chip on his shoulder
Yeah,
because of how much he's been criticized
I agree.
this week without playing a play in a Packers uniform yet.
I agree with that.
And I think that may spark a performance.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
All right, Bam, we get this thing over with.
The question is, does it spark a performance of... And we're not getting a signal. And we're not getting... there we go. And it looks like we got ourselves a little sack there. Okay.
Well, that's not fun. West Virginia favored by 2 points last I saw. So I picked the Mountaineers to win, but close game. We'll talk about that more later.
Okay.
As we are going to be live on Sorgy Stories again in 12 minutes.
Clock under the 2:30 mark on a 4th and 16 for Bama.
Block the punt. Nope. That guy is a bomb, like just a cannon on the leg.
That's called Bama recruiting.
He punts bombs.
Ryan Day with a really freaky beard.
Not really.
I think he looks freaky. No, it doesn't mean that he's a freaky person. I'm not saying that. But the beard looks freaky.
Okay.
Just does.
I don't think the way Love went down was dirty. I don't think Jalen Carter.
It was not dirty. It was just...
Technically, it was an illegal play that should have been called a penalty.
Yeah. But he wasn't trying to hurt the guy, I don't think.
Yeah, it was a penalty, but that just wasn't called.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it was dirty.
There's committing a penalty, and then there's committing a penalty with intent to hurt.
Yeah.
And I think it was the first. 7-yard gain. Little run play with the backups back in.
LSU with the ball deep in their own territory. They get a first down. advance the ball at field.
After failing on the 2-point play.
Just South Carolina did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to look up where we want to be able to watch WVU today.
ESPN too.
Okay. So we'll have to get Sling working, which.
Well, it's working for me right now, so I think it'll work.
But on the big TV, I'm saying. It wasn't working earlier. Weird. They have commercials with an emu sitting on a volleyball like it's laying an egg.
Brian Kelly is mad. Why? Oh, I think LSU turned the ball over. The LSU quarterback is currently screaming in the ref's face. Turnover. Let's see what happened.
It hit him smack in the face when he was not expecting the snap. He needs to be angry at himself.
Yeah.
For not paying attention.
There's a loose emu. A loose emu. Okay. To the 5 of you watching, I appreciate you sticking around.
Yes, we big time appreciate it.
About loose emus.
Loose emus and bad Big Ten football teams. Wisconsin's not as bad as the score would indicate. It's more just Bama being that good.
Yeah. Well, the question is Bama going to pass anyone in the rankings? Texas, Georgia, and Ohio State all either have cakewalks or aren't playing this week. I don't know which, honestly.
They might pass Ohio State.
Ohio State's number 2 or number
3?
Maybe. Which would mean the top 3 teams ranked would all be from the SEC.
From the NFL Developmental League.
Yep, the SEC. As we see an empty section.
Oh my gosh. It just hurts. It hurts.
Some of the students could care less about the team.
They're there for the party.
Yeah. 2 minutes to go. We will be live in 7 minutes again for the WVU game.
Yeah, if there's an overlap, we could probably just go to the WVU game at the right time. Just give me the time to change shirts.
Yeah.
Okay. Tick, 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 tick. Don't worry about calling timeouts. Just let it run. And the Badgers at Southern Cal on the 28th. Ooh, we're going to be hurting, but I love the idea of a game at Coliseum.
Yeah.
That's cool.
If Tyler Van Dyke's out the whole year, I maybe see 1, 2, 3 more. I think they might be able to get to 6 wins.
All right, first down run. Okay.
The goal should be, if Van Dyke's out for the year, 6 wins. That should be the goal.
Tick, 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 tick.
Tick, 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 tick.
All right, just run it down. Get it under 40 seconds, which they can do. Just run one more play. They're going to run 2 plays. Okay. Another run. Stacked up. Gang tackle. Give me one more play. To all of you who have been part of this journey into the worst Wisconsin home loss that I can remember in a gajillion years, thank you for staying with us.
Yes.
Thank you big time for staying with us. It's just what happens when a team that doesn't have all the talent in the world plays one of the best teams in college football.
Yeah. Folks, as we get ready for the last play, make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell,
Ding, ding, ding.
Linktree.com/ShortySource for all of our social medias. The Badgers run it. That will be the final game. Final gain of the game.
42-10. Bama's Wisconsin.
Yes.
Congratulations, Bama. By far the better team.
Appreciate you all being with us.
Yes.
And stay tuned because in just 5 minutes, the end of this, as soon as we end the stream, it will redirect you right to the WVU stream.
Yep.
Make sure to tune in for that. We will see you all there.
See you in a few minutes.